Hey guys, welcome to Green Bean Fiction. So in today's video we are gonna see what if Deku got transported to Pokemon World. Part 1. MHA X Pokemon. Before starting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you are interested in MHA fanfictions. This story is Izuku's journey through the world of Pokemon by MHA NDN13ND0 fan. Now without wasting any more time, let's dive in. Now that the traitor of UA has been discovered, there is only a few days left before Tamura Shigaraki recovers. Izuku Midoriya has decided to talk to Kurogiri to see if he has any info on All for One. His teacher, Shota Aizawa, came with him to watch and make sure he tries nothing. Kurogiri. Hello Midoriya. What is it? Izuku. Kurogiri. I need information. What do you know about All for One? Do you know of any counters? Kurogiri. No. All I know is what you yourself already know. Nothing else. Izuku. I see. Well, I better leave. But then a hooded figure with a gun showed up in front of them. Hooded figure. Oh, you'll be leaving all right. Izuku got into a fighting stance, ready to fight. But then, the hooded figure shot Kurogiri. But it wasn't a bullet. It was an injector. Izuku. What? Hooded figure. Huh. Now he has been injected with trigger. And I added a little something extra into the mix. Aizawa tried to wrap his capture weapon around the hooded figure, but he had a speed quirk and managed to escape. Then, Kurogiri's warp gates went haywire. Portals were appearing everywhere. Kurogiri was panicking. He wanted this all to stop. Izuku. What was in that serum? Kurogiri. Stop, Kurogiri. I can't, it's out of control. Then, a warp gate appeared in front of Izuku and he fell through. Aizawa. Midoriya. That was the last thing Izuku heard before the warp gate closed. 10 minutes later, he fell to the ground, now free from the warp gate. But where did he end up? A forest. This is the world of Pokemon. Incredible creatures with incredible power. But most of these Pokemon could only say their names. Until a few years ago. A strange meteorite crashed to the world. It caused no effect to humans, but it did to Pokemon. All of a sudden, Pokemon were able to speak human language. They could communicate, and that made raising these Pokemon easier. And now, a new person has arrived. But what will be in store for him? Izuku got up and began to look around. Izuku. Where did Kurogiri's warp gate quirk take me? Before he could think about it anymore, leave me alone. Izuku. What was that? Not a chance, you little brat. Izuku decided to go check it out. When he arrived at the scene, he was quite surprised. He saw 4 strange creatures. And 3 of them were trying to hurt the smallest of the 4. Izuku. What the heck are these creatures? No. I shouldn't focus on that. I have to save that. Jackal, I think? It doesn't matter. The blue jackal tripped and fell face first. He turned around to see the 3 jerks smirking and ready to beat him up. The buff dog raised his fist, but then the buff dog was sent flying back. What the hell? What's up with that human? Izuku. Who are you, and why were you picking on him? TCH. I'm Okidogi, Fezandipati. Munkidori. Okidogi. Now step aside, human, or else. Izuku stood his ground. Okidogi. Fine then. Let's get him. The 3 creatures rushed at Izuku. Izuku charged in with one for all. But then Munkidori's eyes glowed a light blue. Munkidori. Psychic. Izuku was then hung in place. The blue jackal could only look on in horror as Okidogi approached him quickly and used poison jab on him, effectively poisoning him. Okidogi. You shouldn't have interfered. Now but then, a bunch of black tendrils of energy shot out of Izuku's back and wrapped around Okidogi and Munkidori. Oh my Arceus. How did? What kind of human is he? Izuku then flung the 2 creatures into a tree. Danger sense kicked in and he dodged a kick from Fezandipati. Munkidori. So that's how you want it, huh? Fine then, future sight. He sent a bunch of electrified psychic energy into 5 wormholes. This confused Izuku. Danger sense then kicked in once again as he dodged another kick from Fezandipati. Izuku. St. Louis smash. Izuku kicked Fezandipati in the stomach and sent it flying back towards Munkidori and Okidogi. Okidogi. You okay Fezandipati? Fezandipati. Yeah. Geez, what has that human been eating? Izuku stepped forward and flinched in pain from the poison. Munkidori. Well, it doesn't matter now, he's been poisoned. Izuku then started doing a bunch of squats. Okidogi. I think the poison is affecting his brain. The three laughed until they saw his legs start to glow red. Pheasantipati. I'm not even sure this guy's human. Izuku. Foe 100%. Manchester smash. The attack hit Okidogi dead on and he fainted. Pheasantipati and Munkidori. Okidogi. Izuku rushed at the other two, trying to ignore the poison as he tried to punch them. But Munkidori used psychic and pushed him back. Who is this guy? Izuku was ready to try again, but then the wormholes appeared out of nowhere and hit him dead on. Izuku. Gah! Izuku fell to the ground with very little strength, but the poison sapped the rest of it. Okidogi then woke up. Okidogi. Yow! I'm gonna feel that in the morning, good job you two. The blue jackal could only watch in fear of what would happen to him. Munkidori. What shall we do with him? Pheasantipati. Allow me. I'll fly up as high as I can and then I'll dive down as fast as I can. Then, I will slam him into the ground. That should put him down. Okidogi. Ooh, I love that. Do it. Do it. Pheasantipati grabbed onto Izuku and took off with the blue jackal watching in horror. What do? I have to try something, but what? Then he remembers something from years ago. Flashback. I'm just saying, Ricky, you should save it as a last resort. You should know it better than anyone. Peebu's right. Even if it causes recoil damage, you should still keep it in your arsenal. Peebu. Thank you, Blaze. Ricky. But Inazuma, Pyro, what if? No buts, man. You don't see me doing it, do you? Even with that recoil damage of some of my moves. Blaze. See? Tamao agrees. Ricky. I guess you're right, Shinka, thanks. End of flashback. Ricky. I have no choice. I have to use it. Ricky then started running as fast as he could towards Pheasantipati. Munkidori. What an idiot. Ricky. Don't worry, I'll save you. Then, Ricky's legs started to glow, and he jumped really high and caused a lot of wind pressure. Okidogi. The hell? Pheasantipati turned its head around to see Ricky rocketing towards it. Pheasantipati. How is he doing that? Ricky. Take this, Sinnoh strike. With that single punch, Pheasantipati let go of a surprised Izuku and was sent flying far into the sky. Munkidori and Okidogi. Let's get out of here. The two run off. But the problem was that Ricky's arm and legs were broken and the two were plummeting to their doom. Ricky. I really should have thought this through. Luckily, Izuku acted fast and with what little strength he had left, he managed to grab Ricky and activate float to land safely on the ground before the two collapse. There they stayed for about an hour before someone found them. Oh my Arceus. What happened here? Chansey, can you help me? Chansey. Sure thing. Don't worry little Riolu. You and your trainer are in good hands now. Izuku opened his eyes to see he was staring at a hospital roof. Again. He slowly got up but flinched in pain. Slow down. You're still recovering from your injuries. Izuku turned to see a pink-haired woman in a nurse outfit. Izuku. Who are you? Right. Sorry. I'm Nurse Joy. It's nice to meet you. What's your name? Izuku. I'm Izuku Midoriya. Wait. Where is he? Nurse Joy. If you're referring to the Riolu, he's in the next room. Izuku. Riolu? Nurse Joy. Oh, you don't know about them? They're a rather popular Pokemon? Izuku. What's a Pokemon? Nurse Joy's eyes widened at this. How could he not know what Pokemon are? Nurse Joy. Are you feeling all right? Izuku. Just in a little pain. Chansey. Nurse Joy, we have to check on the Dodrio patient. Its neck is tied up. Nurse Joy then left with a concerned expression on her face. Izuku then decided to visit the other room to see what a Riolu was, only to find Ricky. Izuku. Okay, I guess that's what a Riolu is. Izuku went towards Ricky who noticed Izuku. Izuku. Hi. I'm Izuku Midoriya. What's your name? Ricky. Hi. My name is Ricky Steele. It's nice to meet you. Hey, can I ask you a question? Izuku. Sure. Ricky. Why did you help me? Those three are pure evil. They killed a man for their own greedy purposes and harmed many innocent lives. And they had the strength to do it. Most people just run in fear. Izuku. What kind of hero would I be if I just stood there and watched you get hurt when I could have done something about it? Ricky. Hero? Izuku. I want to be a hero like my idol. A hero who saves everyone with a smile on his face. It's always been my dream. Ricky. You do know you weren't smiling at all during that fight, right? Izuku's sweat dropped. Izuku. To be fair, Ricky, I've actually been through a war. Ricky. I should have kept my mouth shut. Izuku patted Ricky on the head. Izuku. Don't worry about it. In any case, I'm glad you're okay. Ricky. Thanks, CG. Izuku paused. Izuku. CG? Ricky. One moment please. Ricky jumped out of bed and started to bang his head on a wall. Ricky. Why do I keep doing that? Izuku. Ricky, calm down. Izuku grabbed him to get him to stop. Ricky. Sorry. It's just, I have a bad habit of giving everyone nicknames. I try not to, but I can't help myself. By the way, what was that power you used? It's honestly surprising to see humans with superpowers in general. Izuku. But, wait. Could Kurogirasquirkavasent me to another universe? Could this be side effect of Trigger and Hakonzend people to differeb universe Zan mutter. Translation. Could Kurogiri's quirk have sent me to another universe? Could this be a side effect of Trigger and he can send people to different universes and mutter? Ricky. CG? Hey SEIGI. Izuku. Oops. Sorry. I tend to have a habit of muttering my thoughts. Ricky. All I got was that you're from another universe, please elaborate. So Izuku told Ricky everything about his world and Ricky told Izuku everything about his world. Great. Now I've got the song stuck in my head. Izuku. So, I'm stuck here forever. Ricky. Maybe not. There is someone who can bring you back to your world. The god of our world. The one and only Arceus. Izuku. Arceus. How do I find him? Ricky. I'm afraid that's not so simple. You need a special artifact called the Azure Flute. But they only give those to trainers who have become champions. That alone is not an easy task. Izuku. Well, if it's the only way to get home, then I have to do it. Ricky. Not without any Pokemon, you can't. You may be strong, but they don't allow humans to fight. Izuku. Oh no, well. What do I do now? Ricky. Well, CG. Izuku. If you don't mind me asking, why do you call me CG? Ricky. Easy. CG is the Japanese word for justice, and I can sense it in your heart. I have never met someone with such a strong sense of justice, so you're CG. Izuku. I see. I like that name. Ricky. So it's okay that I call you that? Izuku. Of course. Ricky. Phew. Anyways, I'll be your first Pokemon. Izuku. Seriously? Ricky. I feel like I could learn a lot from you, and you're not the only one who wants to be a hero. And most importantly, I can't just leave a friend alone when they need help. Izuku began to tear up. Izuku. Thank you, Ricky. Nurse Joy then entered the room. Nurse Joy. I heard everything. Now it all makes sense. Izuku, if you're to try and become a champion, you'll need to register for the Pokemon League. But you can't do that without a Pokédex. So go to the professor a few roads down to register. Izuku. Right. Thank you, Nurse Joy, and one more thing, here. She hands him. Izuku. What's this? Ricky. That's a Cherish Ball. A special kind of Pokeball used for very special occasions. Nurse Joy. Use this to catch Riolu. Izuku took the Cherish Ball. Izuku. Okay. How do I do this? Ricky. Throw it at me. Izuku. What? Ricky. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt. Just trust me. Izuku. Well. All right. Izuku then throws the Cherish Ball at Ricky and hits him on the head and gets sucked in. The ball drops to the ground and shakes 3 times before it clicks. Izuku. Did I do it? Nurse Joy. You did. Smiling, Izuku picked up the Cherish Ball. Izuku. How do I bring him out? Nurse Joy. Toss it in the air. Izuku did just that as the ball opened up and Ricky came out in a blue glow. Ricky. So that's what it feels like to be captured. Ricky then climbs on top of Izuku and hangs on to his shoulder. Ricky. Let's get this adventure started, Seigi. And with that, the two left to find the professor. Izuku was walking to the region's professor with Ricky in his shoulder, and he decided to ask him something that he couldn't stop thinking about. Izuku. Hey, Ricky. Ricky. What's up, Seigi? Izuku. I've been wondering, that power you used when you saved me from Fazendipity, what was that? Ricky. It's not something I tell most people, so tell you what, you tell me about the origin of your powers and I'll tell you mine. Izuku thought about it for a bit, until he decided that Ricky was someone he could trust. Izuku. All right, I'll start. And so, Izuku told Ricky everything about One for All and its origin. Ricky. Wow, that's a lot to take in. Well, it's time for me to tell you about my power. Ricky. An entire millennia ago, there was a Pokemon known as Zorua. Zorua loved to pull practical jokes on people. But one Zorua was exiled from its region because of its practical jokes. He ended up in a different region with a horrible climate. The Zorua couldn't handle the climate and died as a result. However, its spirit remained. He became what is now known as a Hisuian Zorua, a depressed spirit that is honestly sad to have their life leave. Arceus took pity on this poor Zorua and gifted it amazing power. One that could be passed down to others. But only Pokemon. If a human were to try and inherit this power, nothing would happen. The ability to stockpile aura and even turn it into strength. This power came to be known as One for Aura. Izuku. It's just like One for All. Although, it certainly wasn't created by God. No matter what All for One believes. Ricky. Yeah, anyways. Throughout the past millennia, One for Aura got passed down many times. But I only know of 3 users. Me, the Zorua, and my father, Max. Get the reference? Izuku. Let me guess, you can't control your power at 100%. Ricky. Yeah, wait, how did you? Izuku. I was the same when I first got my quirk. I guess we both had bad teachers, huh? Ricky. About that, my dad is actually dead. He died before I was born. He unintentionally gave me One for Aura because of genetics. I am the 10th user of One for Aura. Izuku. Oh, sorry, Ricky. Don't worry about it. You didn't know. Izuku. Quick question. Have you ever thought about limiting your power? Ricky. Izuku. Ricky. Izuku. Are you there? Ricky. Why didn't I think of that? Izuku's sweat dropped at this. Izuku. Well, you never really had someone to teach you so. Ricky. Point taken. Hey, we're almost there. Izuku. Thank you for trusting me, Ricky. Ricky. No problem, Seigi. And so the two kept on walking until they finally reached the professor's lab. Ricky. Are you ready, Seigi? Izuku took a deep breath and got himself ready. Izuku. Yes I am, Ricky. Yes I am. And so, the two entered the lab. When Izuku and Ricky stepped in, they saw 3 Pokemon there. Izuku. Ricky, who are those Pokemon? Ricky. They are Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip. The starter Pokemon of the Hoenn region. I see you two have taken an interest in them. Izuku and Ricky turned to see. Hello, you must be Izuku Midoriya, right? Izuku. Why yeah, how did you know? Nurse Joy told me everything. I'm Professor Birch. It's nice to meet you. Izuku. Nice to meet you too. Birch. I was told that you're on a quest to get the Azure Flute so you can get to Arceus. I wish I could give it to you, but that's not up to me. But I can help you register. Do you have a phone? Izuku. No, I left it back in my world. Birch. Not a problem. I have an extra one here. He gives Izuku a brand new phone. Ricky. Well that was convenient. Izuku. No complaints here. Birch. One more thing. He gets a Pokeball and releases the Pokemon inside. Ricky. A Rotom. The Rotom went inside of Izuku's phone. It then changed to Izuku. What just happened? Birch. You now have your very own Rotom phone. It has many functions, but its best known function is its Pokédex function. Izuku. What does that do? Ricky jumps off Izuku's shoulder. Ricky. Point it at me and see what it says. Izuku points the phone at Ricky and Rotom phone. Riolu, the emanation Pokemon. A fighting type. Riolu can understand how people and Pokemon feel by observing a kind of wave called aura. It has a flexible body with enough power to cross 3 mountains and 2 canyons in one night. Izuku. Whoa, Ricky, that's awesome. So that's what a Pokédex does. Birch. It can also check your Pokemon's moves. Check it out. Izuku did just that. Izuku. It says here you know. Shadow Claw, Blaze Kick, Poison Jab, and Aura Sphere. Birch. That can't be right. Riolu can't learn Aura Sphere. Ricky. Most Riolu can't. There are a select few that can. I'm one of them. Hey, why don't you check out the starters, Sagi? Izuku. Sure thing. He points the phone at each one of them. Rotom phone. Trico, the wood gecko Pokemon. A grass type. Numerous tiny spikes cover the bottoms of Trico's feet, allowing it to walk on ceilings and walls. Torchic, the chick Pokemon. A fire type. It feels toasty warm if you hug it. It has a flame sac inside its belly, and the flames burn continuously as long as Torchic has life in it. Mudkip, the mudfish Pokemon. A water type. Mudkip uses the sensitive radar receptors on its head fin to determine what's going on around it. In a pinch, it can brandish enough power to crush rocks. Izuku. Wow, Pokemon are incredible. Birch. One more thing. Take these. Izuku. Pokeballs. Birch. Exactly. They are meant to capture other Pokemon. You may have a Pokemon now, but you'll need more than one to complete your quest. Izuku takes the Pokeballs and bows. Izuku. Thank you so much, Professor, sir. Birch. No need to thank me. I'm just doing my job. Izuku then turned to leave, but he felt something in his hair. Ricky. Sagi, look. Izuku looked up to see. Izuku. Rotom. Who's this Pokemon? Rotom phone. Rowlet, the grass quill Pokemon. A grass and flying type. It stores energy during the day from photosynthesis. It swoops down without making a sound and unleashes a powerful kick without being noticed. Birch. I think it thinks your head is a nest. Ricky. I can see that. Rowlet. This is nice. I think I'll stay here for a while. Izuku. What do I do here? Ricky. Catch it, duh. Rowlet. You want M8. Ricky. The heck? Rowlet. If you think I'm about to let you capture me. Rowlet shoots off of Izuku's hair. Rowlet. Think again. Birch. If you want to catch this Pokemon, you will need to battle it and weaken it. Izuku. Hey, Rowlet. If we're going to battle, can we please take it outside? We don't want to destroy anything here. Rowlet. I suppose that's okay. Alright then, let's take this outside. And so Izuku, Ricky, Birch, and Rowlet all went outside as Ricky and Rowlet were about to battle. Izuku and Ricky were facing one side while Rowlet was facing the other. Izuku. Ready, Ricky. Ricky. Just tell me what to do, Sagi. Rowlet. Let's get this started. Rowlet then suddenly sent a column of leaves at Ricky. Izuku. Quick, dodge it. Ricky dodged the attack just barely. Ricky. I wasn't expecting this Rowlet to know Grass Pledge. Izuku. Go after Rowlet and use Blaze Kick. Ricky rushes at Rowlet and jumps at him with his leg ignited. But Rowlet acted fast and flew up to avoid the attack and slammed his wings down on Ricky twice. Rowlet. Dual Wing Beat. Ricky. Gah. Ricky was sent down to the ground. Rowlet. Time for a Shadow Claw. Rowlet started to rush down to the ground as his talon became a Shadow Claw. Izuku. Ricky. Use Aura Sphere. Now. Ricky turned to face Rowlet and shot out an Aura Sphere that hit Rowlet dead on. Rowlet was falling to the ground. Izuku. Now's your chance. Use Poison Jab. Ricky ran up to Rowlet with Poison Jab at the ready. But as he was about to hit Rowlet, it blocked the Poison Jab using Steel Wing. Ricky. Crud. Rowlet. Dual Wing Beat. With 2 wing slaps, Ricky was sent flying back to Izuku. Ricky. Dang it. If only I could use one for Aura without the recoil. Izuku. Quick question, Ricky. What do you do when you're about to use one for aura? Ricky. What do you mean? Izuku. What are you thinking about when you use it? And visualizations. Ricky. No, Izuku. That's the problem. When I use one for all, I visualize an image in my head. To keep myself from using it at full power. That allows me to use it without breaking my bones. Ricky. I see. So like, when you anger a Voltorb and it gets ready to explode. Izuku. I guess. But there's more to it than that. Don't use it on a single part of your body only at the times you need it. Spread it out around your body at the percentage you can handle and keep it like that until the battle is over. This way, not only does your strength increase, but your speed increases as well. Ricky. Spread it out around my body. Good idea. Here goes. Ricky started to spread one for aura around his body as aura started leaking out, reducing his power. Roll it. Well, that's new. Izuku. That's it, Ricky. What do you plan on calling this technique? Ricky. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. What now? Izuku. How much power are you using? Ricky. 10%. Any more and I feel like that's too much. Izuku. Then give Roll It a taste of your moves. I don't know your one for aura moves, so I want you to show me. Ricky. You got it, Seigi. Here goes. Ricky rushes at Roll It at incredible speed. Roll It. What the heck? How'd he get so fast? Ricky then appeared from behind him. Ricky. Sinnoh Strike. Ricky punched Roll It with a lot of strength. He was then sent flying back. Roll It ended up crashing into a tree. Izuku. Good job, Ricky. But remember, don't just use your fists. You have legs to help you fight. Use them. Ricky. Right. Roll It sent out another grass pledge at Ricky. Luckily, he managed to dodge it and jumped above Roll It. Ricky. Kalo's Strike. 1. Roll It's face was met with Ricky's foot and was sent straight down to the ground. Roll It could barely get up and narrowly avoided another attack from Ricky. But he was still right in front of him. Ricky. Hoenn Strike. Roll It was barely able to hang on because it had a focus sash with it from its previous trainer. Birch. Izuku. Now's your chance. Throw your Pokeball at Roll It and catch it. Izuku got out one of his Pokeballs and threw it at Roll It. Roll It was then sucked in as the Pokeball shook 3 times before it clicked. Birch. You caught it. Ricky. You did it, Seigi. Izuku. No, we did it. I couldn't have done it without you, Ricky. Birch. Good job, you two. I'm very impressed. Do you plan on giving him a name? Izuku thought for a second until he finally decided. Izuku. Archie. Ricky. I like it. Welcome aboard, Archie. Izuku. Thank you for your help, Professor Birch. Birch. It's no problem. Now, my advice as of right now is to go to the nearest Pokemon Center to register for the league. Nurse Joy will tell you where to go from there. Izuku. You got it. Thanks. And with that, Izuku and Ricky left and went to the Pokemon Center. Izuku and Ricky have just arrived at the Pokemon Center. It was the same one they were at before. Nurse Joy. Oh, you're back. Did you get what you need? Izuku. I did, but if it's not too much to ask, could you please heal my Pokemon? Ricky was hurt pretty badly by this Roll It I just caught. Nurse Joy. Why, of course. Just give me them and I'll take good care of them. Nurse Joy took Ricky and Archie as she gave them to Chansey. Izuku. So, how do I register for the Pokemon League? Nurse Joy. Just place your Rotom phone on this platform and you will be registered. Izuku. Got it. Izuku places his phone down on the platform. Register. Name. Izuku Midoriya. Birthday. July 15th. Badges. 0. Registry complete. Nurse Joy. Alright, you're ready for the Pokemon League. Izuku. So I just go to the Pokemon League now. Nurse Joy. No, number. First, you have to win 8 gym badges. Only then can you enter the league. Izuku. Then where do I go first? Before Nurse Joy could answer, an explosion happened near the entrance as fire spread everywhere, freaking everyone out. Nurse Joy. Yeah, Izuku. What's going on? Laughter was then heard. Izuku. Who's there? Show yourselves. Prepare for trouble. And make it double. To infect the world with devastation. To blight all people in every nation. To denounce the goodness of truth and love. To extend our wrath to the stars above. Cassidy. And Butch, of course. Cassidy. We're Team Rocket, circling Earth all day and night. Butch. Surrender to us now or you will surely lose the fight. Nurse Joy. Why are you here? Cassidy. Well, isn't it obvious? Butch. We're here to steal all your Pokemon. Izuku. What was that? Cassidy. Are you deaf, or just stupid? He said we're here to steal all your Pokemon. Izuku. Over my dead body. Cassidy. That can be arranged. Butch. It's just one little brat. This is too easy. They then sent out 2 of their Pokemon. Izuku. Who are these Pokemon? He points his Rotom phone at the 2. Rotom. Charizard, the flame Pokemon. A flying and fire type. When competing in intense battles, Charizard's flame becomes more intense as well. Aggron, the iron armor Pokemon. A steel and rock type. Aggron has a sharp horn that can pierce through thick iron. It rams opponents with its horn to stop them in their tracks. Izuku. Sounds dangerous. Cassidy. Charizard, use flamethrower. Charizard let out a stream of fire at Izuku. Izuku. I don't think so. Delaware Smash. Izuku flicks his fingers with one for all and makes a blast of wind that counters Charizard's flamethrower. Surprising the 2. Butch. Did he just? Cassidy. Yeah, he did. Butch. Aggron. Use Mega Punch. Aggron followed his command and tried to punch Izuku with Mega Punch. Keyword. Tried. Izuku. Detroit Smash. Izuku not only countered the Mega Punch, but he also sent Aggron flying back. Cassidy. What the heck? Butch. What's with this kid? Cassidy. Charizard. Use Dragon Tail. Charizard's tail glowed light green and it swung at Izuku. Only for Izuku to stop the tail in its tracks by catching it. Shocking Charizard. Cassidy. How did you catch it? Izuku said nothing as he spun Charizard around and around until he launched it at Cassidy, sending her flying out of the Pokemon Center. Butch. Why you little? Aggron. Use Hyper Beam. Aggron started to use Hyper Beam. But before it could let loose its attack, Izuku used Black Whip to clamp its mouth shut, causing the Hyper Beam to blow up in its face. Literally. The force of the attack caused Aggron to faint. Butch. Is he even human? Izuku. Sorry, Butch. But I'm not letting either of you steal any Pokemon. Butch. It's Buo, wait. You actually said it right. Izuku. It's not a hard name to remember. Izuku then threw Aggron at Butch with Black Whip, sending him out of the center with Cassidy. Cassidy. This can't be good. Izuku was right in front of them and picked them up with Black Whip and rammed them into the ground, knocking them out. Izuku. Is everyone okay? Applause was heard. Lots and lots of applause. People were cheering for Izuku who went up against 2 fully evolved Pokemon. Nurse Joy. Thank you Izuku for helping us. Just then, more Pokemon appeared. Squirtle 1. Alright troops. Let's take care of the fire. Squirtle Squad. Sir yes sir. The Squirtle Squad made quick work of the fire and tied up Cassidy and Butch and took them away. Izuku. Who were they? Nurse Joy. Oh, that was the Squirtle Squad. They work as firefighters and assist the police. Izuku. Interesting. Nurse Joy. Looks like your Pokemon have been healed. Chansey came in with Archie and his Pokeball and Ricky. Ricky. What happened, Sagi? Izuku. I fought these villains named Team Rocket. They were trying to steal everyone's Pokemon, so I stopped them. Chansey. I now see why you call him Sagi. Ricky jumps on Izuku's shoulder. Izuku. So, where do we go to next? Nurse Joy. My suggestion would be to go to Rustboro City. It's where the rock-type gym leader is. Your Rotom phone will guide you to Rustboro City, so follow its path. Izuku. Got it, thank you. And so, Izuku and Ricky left the Pokemon Center to finally get their journey truly started. Izuku. Okay, so, what's our route idea? Ricky looks at the map. Ricky. Our quickest way to Rustboro City would be to head through Route 102 to Petalburg City. From there, we can stop at the Pokemart and buy some more Pokeballs. You only have 4 left. From there, we pass the Petalburg Gym and make our way to Route 104. We will then head through Petalburg Woods and then we'll finally arrive at Rustboro City. Izuku. Wait, Petalburg has a gym. Why don't we go there first then? Ricky. We're not quite ready just yet. The Petalburg City gym leader is really strong. Archie and I aren't ready just yet. And even if we were, you would need 3 Pokemon to actually participate in it. And if you want to get the Azure Flute, you will need a total of 6 Pokemon. Izuku. 6. Ricky. That's the amount a trainer can have in their party. And if you ask me, you should try and catch more than 6 to give to your friends to help fight in this war against Handyman and Power Stealer. The more the merrier. Izuku. Wait, you guys are going to come with me. Ricky. Of course, Seigi. We want to help you. Tears were flowing from Izuku's eyes. Izuku. Sniff. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Ricky. No problem. Now, let's get going. And so, the 2 friends left Oldale Town and went through Route 102. Ricky. Fair warning, Seigi. Pokemon tend to hide in tall grass. If you encounter one, be ready to fight. Izuku. Right, thanks for the warning. Izuku decided to walk around the grass. But a bug catcher approached him. Bug catcher. You. Battle me, Izuku. What? Bug catcher. It's a rule for trainers to battle as soon as they make eye contact. Izuku. That makes no sense. Ricky. Just roll with it. The more we battle, the stronger we become. Izuku. Well, if you say so. Alright then, let's battle. The bug catcher sent out. Izuku. Who's that Pokemon? He points his phone at the Pokemon. Rotom phone. Spinarak, the string spit Pokemon. A bug and poison type. Spinarak can climb any surface easily, and shoot a strong web from both the front and back of its body. Its prey is caught and held tight in its web. Izuku. I wonder if that would be fitting for Zero. Hang on. Is it possible to catch someone else's Pokemon? Bug catcher. You're new to this, aren't you? No, not unless the Pokemon has been released from its trainer. In other words, unless the trainer gives up their Pokemon, you can't catch someone else's Pokemon. Izuku. Got it, thanks. Alright then, Archie, let's go beyond. He throws Archie's Pokeball and Archie comes out. Bug catcher. You have a Rollet. Awesome. Alright Spinarak, use Poison Sting. Spinarak shoots out a poisonous needle. Izuku. Archie, use Steel Wing and block it. Archie covers his wings in steel and brings them up to his face, blocking the attack. Izuku. Use Grass Pledge. Archie summons a massive column of leaves to hit Spinarak. Spinarak was caught up in it but barely took any damage. Ricky. Seigi. Grass-type moves aren't very effective on bug or poison types. Izuku. Then what is? Ricky. Flying-type moves. Izuku. In that case. Archie. Dual Wing Beat. Bug catcher. Spinarak. String shot. Spinarak shot out a stream of webs at Archie. Izuku. Dodge it. Archie managed to avoid the string shot and get close enough to Spinarak. Archie. Dual Wing Beat. Spinarak. Uh-oh. Archie slammed his wings down on Spinarak causing a lot of damage. Spinarak tried to get up, but fell down with swirls for eyes. Bug catcher. Darn, I lost. He recalled Spinarak into its Pokeball. Bug catcher. Good job Spinarak. Get a good rest. You earned it. That was a great battle. You're pretty strong. Here. The bug catcher hands him some cash. Izuku. Wait, why are you? Bug catcher. It's a trainer rule. We give some money to the winner of the battle. Don't worry, I have plenty. Ricky. Take it, Seigi. We need the money. Izuku. Well, okay. Izuku reluctantly took the money and continued on the path. But they started to hear whimpering. Izuku. Ricky, do you hear that? Ricky. Yeah, I do. It's coming from over there. He points to a bush. Izuku. We should go and check it out. Ricky. I'm with you on that. And so the two rush to the bush. They peek through to find. Ricky jumps down. Ricky. Whispers Seigi. That's a Victini. Izuku brings up his phone. Rotom phone. Victini. The victory Pokemon. A fire and psychic type. When it shares the infinite energy it creates, that being's entire body will be overflowing with power. A mythical Pokemon. Victini was startled by the sudden appearance of Izuku. It tried to run but it fell down. When Izuku looked closer, he saw that Victini's leg was in really bad shape. Izuku. Victini's hurt. I have to help him. Izuku started to slowly approach Victini. Victini panicked thinking that Izuku was going to capture him. Victini. Stay away. Searing shot. Izuku fell down in pain. Ricky. Sagi. Are you okay? Izuku. I'm fine. I've felt this pain before. He got back up and continued to approach the scared Pokemon. Izuku. I understand your fear. You're afraid that I'm going to hurt you more or even capture you. And yes, it would be the perfect opportunity to do so. But that's not in my nature. Victini. Why you're lying. I'm a mythical Pokemon. Everyone wants to catch me. Izuku finally reached Victini and started to pet him with a smile. Victini flinched at the touch, but when nothing else happened, he looked up to see Izuku's smile. Izuku. You have nothing to fear. Do you know why? Victini. No. Why? Izuku. It's because I am here. I promise not to capture you. I'm just going to take you to a Pokemon Center to heal you up. Okay. Victini wanted to protest to that, but his smile made him feel safe. Like everything was going to be alright. Victini. Alright. I trust you. Izuku then picks up Victini and wraps him up in his cape. Victini. Why are you? Izuku. We don't want people to make a fuss over all this, so I'm using my cape to hide your identity. Ricky jumps back on top of Izuku's shoulder. Ricky. Smart. Let's go. And so, Izuku rushes out of Route 102 and makes his way to Petalburg City. He wasted no time and went to the Pokemon Center. Nurse Joy. Welcome to the Pokemon Center. Izuku. Nurse Joy. Wait. Weren't you just in Oldale Town? Nurse Joy. Oh, no. You must be thinking of my sister. See. Izuku deadpans. Ricky. Yeah, a lot of people have that reaction. Izuku shook his head to snap out of it. Izuku. Whatever. Nurse Joy. I need you to heal this Pokemon. He hands her Victini, who was fast asleep. Nurse Joy. Oh my. What happened? Ricky. We're not sure. We just found him this way. Nurse Joy. Wait, this isn't your Pokemon. Izuku. No he isn't. He unwraps Victini, shocking Nurse Joy. Nurse Joy. This is a. Izuku. Not so loud. I don't want to expose his identity. Yes, that's what he is. Now please, heal him. Nurse Joy. Alright. Nurse Joy takes Victini with her and begins to heal him up. Nurse Joy. He'll be all better in about an hour. Luckily, you managed to bring him here before the wound got infected. While you wait, I suggest you go to the Pokémart and stock up on supplies. Izuku bows. Izuku. Thank you Nurse Joy. Izuku and Ricky leave and go to the Pokémart nearby. Izuku. Alright Ricky. What do we need? Ricky. Well, we don't have much cash. We can only afford one item. I recommend another Pokeball. Izuku. I don't know. Is there anything that can help heal Pokemon? Ricky. Yeah, potions. But we can only afford one. Do you really want to buy a potion instead? Izuku. If we come across more Pokemon in the wild, we'll need potions in case we aren't close to a Pokemon Center. Ricky. I understand. You really are a hero. Izuku heads to the counter where someone is buying stuff before him. Hey, kid, is that all you're buying? Izuku. Oh, yeah, I don't have much money. But while I'm traveling, I might come across some injured Pokemon and I need to be prepared for that. Oh, I'm Izuku Midoriya by the way. I'm Norman Maple, I'm the Petalburg City gym leader. Izuku. Really? Well, I look forward to when I battle against you. Norman. When are you planning to do that? Izuku. Not for a while. I only just started out on my journey and only have 2 Pokemon. I didn't catch the Pokemon that is being healed right now. Norman. Why not? Izuku. He didn't want to be captured and it would be wrong to capture him when he couldn't even defend himself. At least, not very well. It's always been a dream of mine to be a hero. And a hero wouldn't do that. Norman smiled. Norman. You seem to be a fine young man. I look forward to our match. After that, Norman paid for his stuff and left. Izuku then purchased his potion and left as well. Norman. Hey, Izuku. Izuku turned to see Norman. Izuku. What is it? Norman. Here, take these 5 potions. He hands him the potions. Izuku. Are you sure? Norman. Yes, I am. A kid like you will need them to help the injured Pokemon you may find. Also, come to my gym tomorrow. There's something I would like to give you. Izuku was confused but nodded. Izuku. Okay, thank you, sir. With that, he and Ricky left and went back to the Pokemon Center, where Victini had just recovered. Izuku. Are you feeling okay, Victini? Victini. I am now. Thanks to you. Thank you for helping me. With that, Victini flew out of the center and disappeared. Ricky. Are you sad that you didn't get to capture Shori? Why do I keep doing that? Izuku. A little, but I'm much more happy that he's alright. Let's check in for the night. It's been a very busy day. Ricky. I guess you're right. And so, they got a room to sleep in and went to bed. Their journey was only getting started. It was the next day and Izuku and Ricky have woken up and were off to the Petalburg gym. Ricky. I wonder what Norman wants to give us. Izuku. Whatever it is, I'll be sure to thank him. They eventually reach the gym and enter to see Norman giving Pokemon food to his Slakoth. He then notices Izuku and Ricky. Norman. Ah, Izuku. I'm glad you're here. Izuku. Glad to be here. Hey, who's that Pokemon? Norman. Oh, this is a Slakoth. Izuku. Slakoth. He brings out his Rotom phone to check it. Rotom phone. Slakoth, the slacker Pokemon. A normal type, Slakoth is generally found sleeping and very few ever witness it in motion. Izuku. Interesting. So, not to be rude, but why did you want me here? Norman. Ah, yes. I wanted you to look after something. After I heard of how well you took care of that Victini. Ricky. Wait, how did you know about it? Norman. Nurse Joy told me about it before I met you guys the second time. She tried to deny it, but I know what I saw. So I wanted to give you guys something to take care of. He then leaves for a few seconds only to come back with. Izuku. What's that, Ricky? That's a Pokemon egg. Izuku. Wait, you mean to tell me that there's an unborn Pokemon inside that egg? Norman. That's correct. I'd like you to take care of the egg. It doesn't seem to want to hatch around me. But I think it will hatch with you. All you have to do is travel around with it long enough. Will you take it? Izuku thought about it for a moment before. Izuku. I would love to. Thank you. Norman smiled and handed him the egg. Norman. I know you will keep it safe. I look forward to seeing you again. Goodbye. Izuku. Goodbye, and thank you. With that, the two left for Route 104. Forgot to mention this will be the intro theme. Izuku. So what Pokemon will it hatch into? Ricky. Most of the time, it's impossible to tell. There are times where the eggs have a certain color pattern that makes it easy to distinguish them between others. Unfortunately, not in this case. We just have to keep walking to find out. They then make their way to the forest. They encountered a few trainers there, but it was nothing they couldn't handle. However, just before they were about to leave the forest, the egg started to glow. Izuku. Ricky. What's happening? Ricky. The egg. It's hatching. Set it down and remove the case. Izuku did just that. The egg kept on glowing for about 5 minutes until finally, it hatched. Into. Izuku. Hey, what Pokemon is this? Rotom phone. Tyrant, the Royal Air Pokemon. A dragon and rock type. Tyrant's jaws are so big and powerful, it can crunch up a car. If it doesn't like something, it responds with a wild tantrum. Tyrant. Tyrant T. Ricky. You're doing it right now, man. Izuku. You can understand him. Ricky. Yeah, he was whining saying that he doesn't throw tantrums. Izuku. Hang on, why is he blue? The Pokédex says that it's grayish-brown. Ricky. Talk about lucky, Sagi. This is a shiny Pokemon. You have no idea how hard it is to get those. While it has no effect on the Pokemon, humans all seem to want them. Don't know why though. I actually have no idea why we all want shiny Pokemon. Why is it something we all want? 13. Izuku. Me neither. But that sounds cool. What should we name him? Tyrant. Tyrant. Ricky. He said Draken. Power Rangers reference. Izuku. Draken it is. Tyrant. Run T. Ricky. He's happy with the nickname. Just then, a Pokemon came at them. Bug bite. Draken was attacked by the move and he shook the Pokemon off. Oof. Izuku brought out his phone. Rotom phone. Sawaddle, the sowing Pokemon. A bug and grass type. Sawaddle hides from its enemies by covering its head with a hood made from a leaf, and is known to eat its leafy clothing when food is scarce. Izuku. Ricky, should we? Ricky. The more the merrier. Give Draken a chance first. Izuku. Right, wait, hang on a moment, I don't know his moves. Sawaddle. Check your phone. Your Pokédex function will tell you. Ricky. Wait, why are you telling him this? Sawaddle. I like to fight fair and square. If my foe can't fight back, it's not much of a victory, now is it? Ricky. That's quite nice of you, Mayo. Sawaddle. Mayo. Ricky. Gah, why? Sawaddle. Izuku. He has a bad habit of nicknaming everyone. Sawaddle. Whatever, let's start. Izuku. Okay, Draken. Let's look at your moves. You know Tackle, Ancient Power, Poison Fang, and Scale Shot. Ricky. Odd, you need to be taught it by a move tutor. Well, I'm not complaining. Give it a shot. Izuku. Right, alright Draken, use Poison Fang. Draken runs up to Sawaddle and his teeth glow purple. He tried to chomp down on the Sawaddle, but he dodged it just in time. Sawaddle. String Shot. He spits out a large string of web that wraps around Draken's mouth, keeping it shut. Izuku. Draken, calm down and focus. We can win this. Use Scale Shot. Draken nodded and then, Sawaddle was hit by some of the scale shots and the string shot was destroyed. Sawaddle. Yeoch. That tyrant is strong. Izuku. Now's your chance Draken. Poison Fang. Draken rushed at Sawaddle and before Sawaddle could register what was happening, he was met with a really strong bite from the Poison Fang. This poisoned him and he was struggling to get up. Izuku. Wow, that was pretty powerful, Ricky. I'll bet Draken's ability is Strong Jaw. It multiplies the power of biting moves by 50%. Now's your chance, Sagi. Izuku. Right, go Pokeball. He threw the Pokeball at Sawaddle and he got sucked in. It shook 3 times before it finally clicked. Izuku. We did it. Great job Draken. Ricky. What are you gonna name him?
Izuku. Mio. It's the Japanese word for honor which I'm guessing is your reason for nicknaming him that.
Ricky.
Why yeah. That's correct. Izuku. Alright Draken, return for now. He brings Draken back into his Pokeball and picks up Mayo's Pokeball. Izuku. Let's go, and with that, they left the forest and arrived in Rustboro City. Izuku. So, this is Rustboro City. Ricky. Yes it is. But we need to wait an hour. Roxanne's school is still going right now. Izuku. Roxanne has a school? Isn't she a gym leader? Ricky. Gym leaders can have jobs of their own. Some are teachers, some are musicians, some are actors, and a bunch of other stuff as well. Izuku. Makes sense. Some heroes back in my world do the same. Some heroes are my teachers. Uwabami is a fashion designer, Lunchrush is a chef, you get the idea. Ricky. So while we wait, let's stock up on some items. Izuku. Sounds like a plan. So they go to the Pokémart and buy some Pokeballs. Ricky. CG. Look, over there, Ricky points to. Izuku. What are those? Ricky's mouth was watering. Ricky. Those are Poke Beans. They have everything a Pokemon needs. They're very healthy for us, and most importantly, my favorite food. Ricky jumps down and faces Izuku. Ricky. Can we buy them? Please. Izuku. Okay. Just, please stop with the puppy eyes, please. Riolu. Yay, and so, Izuku bought 3 bags of Poke Beans.
Ricky was really happy to eat them. Not all of them. Just 2 pokey beans because he wanted to save some more for later. Izuku. Muttering okay, so now I know what Ricky's favorite food is. I wonder what the other's favorite food is. Ricky. CG, you're muttering. Izuku. Whoops, sorry. Ricky. Don't worry about it. A bunch of kids came running out of the school building. Ricky. Looks like school's over. See you tomorrow, kids. The woman looked to see Izuku and Ricky. Oh, hello. I'm Roxanne. What's your name? Izuku. I'm Izuku Midoriya, and this is my best friend, Ricky Steele. We're here for a gym battle. Roxanne. It's nice to meet you, Izuku Midoriya. I'm sure you're itching for a battle right now. Well, I won't keep you two waiting. Come with me. Roxanne led Izuku and Ricky to her gym. The battlefield was that of a rocky terrain. Izuku. Why is the battlefield like this? Roxanne. Because this is a rock-type gym. So the battlefield is meant to be suitable for rock-type Pokemon. The referee came in. Referee. The battle between the rock-type gym leader, Roxanne, and the challenger, Izuku Midoriya, will now begin. Each side will use 2 Pokemon and the battle will be over when both Pokemon on either side are unable to continue. Furthermore, only the challenger is allowed to substitute Pokemon. Roxanne. Geodude, I choose you. She throws her Pokeball and out comes Geodude. Let's get this show on the road, Izuku. Geodude? Rotom Phone. Geodude, the rock Pokemon. A rock and ground type. Geodude's habitat is mostly made up of mountain paths. It gets angry if stepped on, so it's good to be careful in those areas. Izuku. Oh, Geodude. I know how you feel about that. Ricky. You do? Izuku. Moving on. Who should I choose? I know, Archie. Let's go beyond. He sends Archie out. Roxanne. A flying type? Don't you know that flying type Pokemon are weak to rock type moves? Izuku. You may have the type advantage here, but that doesn't automatically mean you win. Ricky. He's got a point. Referee. Alright, battle begin. Roxanne. Geodude. Use rock throw. Geodude, right. Geodude slammed his fists to the ground, causing chunks of rock to split off the ground. Geodude picked them up and started to throw them at Archie. Izuku. Dodge it, Archie. Archie skillfully avoided the rockets that were thrown at him. Izuku. Use Shadow Claw. Archie. On it, Archie rushed at Geodude with his talon pointing at him as it became covered in purple. Roxanne. Geodude. Mega Punch. Geodude got in position and his fist was enveloped in a white sphere. Geodude then punched Archie before he could attack Geodude, sending him flying backwards. Izuku. Archie, are you okay? Archie landed on the ground. Archie. Why yeah. I'm fine. Roxanne. Alright Geodude, use rollout. Geodude. Here goes. Ricky. Don't let that hit him. Every time rollout hits its target, its power is doubled. Izuku. Oh, Archie. Dodge it. Archie couldn't get up in time and got hit by rollout, twice. Izuku. There has to be something we can. I got it, Archie. Wait for my signal. Archie was about to be hit a 3rd time. Izuku. Now, Archie, Steel Wing. Archie brought his wing up and turned it into steel, then brought it down on Geodude's head. He took major damage and was a little stunned. Roxanne. Oh no, Geodude. Izuku. Now's our chance Archie, use Grass Pledge. Archie slammed his wings to the ground and created leaf columns that hit Geodude head on. Geodude. Gaw. Roxanne. Geodude. Referee. Geodude is unable to battle. Rollet is the winner. Izuku. Great job Archie. Archie rubbed the back of his head in embarrassment of the compliment. Roxanne. Geodude, return. She brought Geodude back into his Pokeball. Roxanne. You were great, Geodude. Thank you. You were great out there. That was a clever way of countering rollout. But we're not done yet. Go, Nosepass. Nosepass. Let's do this. Izuku. Nosepass. Rotom Phone. Nosepass, the Compass Pokemon. A rock type. Its nose can point to the north like a compass needle. Travelers can use Nosepass to check directions. Roxanne. Nosepass. Use sandstorm, Nosepass, sandstorm. Nosepass created a massive sandstorm everywhere, making it impossible to see. Izuku. Gah. How can we see in this sandstorm? Wait. Nosepass knows where north is, that's not good. Roxanne. So you figured out why Nosepass is my signature Pokemon, huh? Zap Cannon. Nosepass. You're toast, roll it, Zap Cannon. Ignore the mini nose. Izuku. Archie, referee. Roll it is unable to battle, Nosepass wins. Izuku. Archie, return. Thanks for your help, Archie. You did amazing. Now what do I do? Ricky. Use me CG. I'm a fighting type. I have the advantage. Izuku thought about it for a second and came up with an idea. Izuku. Alright Ricky. You're up. Ricky entered the battlefield. Roxanne. Use Rock Tomb. Izuku. Dodge at Ricky. Ricky knew exactly where Nosepass was and managed to dodge the Rock Tomb. Izuku. Use 1 for Aura and hit Nosepass with a Shadow Claw. Ricky. Right. Ricky ran right at Nosepass and hit him with Shadow Claw. Nosepass. Gia. Roxanne. How did he know where Nosepass is? Izuku. Simple. Ricky can sense the aura of others. Even in this sandstorm, Ricky can track Nosepass down with ease. Roxanne. Well, I guess even a teacher can learn some things. Don't let up Nosepass, Zap Cannon. Nosepass shot Zap Cannon at Ricky. Izuku. Dodge and use Aura Sphere. Ricky dodged it easily with his speed. Ricky. Aura Sphere. The Aura Sphere was a direct hit against Nosepass. Roxanne. Nosepass. Quick. Use Rock Tomb. Nosepass then managed to trap Ricky in a Rock Tomb. Izuku. Ricky. Roxanne. I must admit, your Riolu is quite special. I've never seen a Riolu with such speed and strength. But this battle must come to an end. Nosepass. Use Zap Cannon. Nosepass fires the Zap Cannon at Ricky. Izuku. I have to think of something. Wait. That's it. Ricky. Sinnoh Strike. Roxanne. Sinnoh Strike. Ricky heard Izuku and got ready for a punch. Ricky. Sinnoh Strike. Ricky punched his way out of the Rock Tomb and launched the rock that he punched, right into Zap Cannon, thus saving himself. Roxanne. All that in just one punch. And he used the Rock Tomb to counter the Zap Cannon. Izuku. Now Ricky. Run around as fast as you can. Ricky began running around and around Nosepass. Roxanne. I see what you're trying to do. You want to confuse Nosepass' sense of direction by running around him. I've seen that same strategy by a boy and his Pikachu. 1. Ricky. A Pikachu. However, the speed caused a tornado of sand around Nosepass. Roxanne. Okay, never mind. Nosepass. I can't get through. Izuku. No, but we can. Ricky. Kalo's Strike. Ricky jumps up high in response and shoots himself down into the eye of the storm. Ricky. Kalo's Strike. Ricky brought his foot down on Nosepass' head. Roxanne. Nosepass. No. The storm then cleared up and revealed Ricky standing proud, and Nosepass was on the ground with swirls for eyes. Referee. Nosepass is unable to battle. Riolu wins, which means the victory goes to the challenger, Izuku. Izuku. We did it. We did it, Ricky. Yeah, we did. Ricky and Izuku rushed to each other and hugged each other. Roxanne. Nosepass return. Thank you. You fought hard. Roxanne then walked towards Izuku and Ricky. Roxanne. You two were quite strong. And your bond is incredible. How long have you known each other for? The two sweat drop. Both. 2 days. Roxanne. That's it. 2 days. I must say, I'm quite impressed. Such a strong bond and you two only just met. I'm sure you'll go far. Here. Izuku. What's this? Roxanne. It's the stone badge. It's proof of your victory at the Rustboro gym. Take it. Izuku takes it. Izuku. Thank you. Faces Ricky. So Ricky, where do we go to next? Roxanne. If I may, I recommend you head to Dewford town. But you'll first have to head to Mr. Briney's cottage on Route 104. Izuku.
Then that's where we're headed next. Thank you, Roxanne. Goodbye. And with that, the two leave for the Pokemon Center and stay the night, ready for what's next to come for their adventure. Izuku and Ricky have arrived at Mr. Briny's cottage. Mr. Briny, so you want me to take you to Dewford Town? Izuku, please, I need to get there. I can't just use float. This world doesn't have quirks, so that's a no-go. Mr. Briny, I would love to, but there's a major problem. The Dewford siren. Ricky. The what? Mr. Briny. The Dewford siren. Ships have been reportedly disappearing while out to sea. They say they see a mermaid of some kind has been causing the shipwrecks. Izuku. Then we have to go to stop it. Mr. Briny. Kid, I don't think you understand how dangerous that is. Izuku. A hero always risks their lives for others. If we don't stop this, more people will become victims to the Dewford siren. I can't just stand here and let them die. Mr. Briny. Hero. Oh, you must be that boy that stopped those crooks with his own superpowers. Izuku. Wait, what? Mr. Briny. You've become rather well known since that incident. Although it was from behind you so no one saw your face. But if you really want to stop the siren, well, I'm willing to help you. Let's go. And with that, they set sail. While out at sea, Izuku noticed a few Pokemon at sea. Izuku brought out his phone. Rotom phone. Gorobus, the South Sea Pokemon. A water type. Gorobus live near the seafloor. In spring, when the water starts to warm up, their bodies turn a vivid pink. Magikarp, the fish Pokemon. A water type. With neither strength nor speed, Magikarp is thought to be the weakest Pokemon of all. Sobble, the water lizard Pokemon. A water type. When Sobble touches watery substances, its body takes on the color of its surroundings. Because it's timid, it produces large amounts of sweat and tears that cause it to become invisible. It is said that when Sobble cries, its tears have the same effect as chopping 100 onions. Izuku. Wow, Pokemon are quite wonderful. Mr. Briny. Well, of course. Pokemon are what make our world so wonderful. I don't know what life would be like without Pokemon. Izuku. It would probably be like the pre-quirk era back in my world. I wonder how everyone is doing back there. Meanwhile, Aizawa. Midoriya. Kurogiri. Where is he? Kurogiri. I don't know. My quirk went out of my control. I don't know what to do. Aizawa took a few deep breaths to calm down. Aizawa. Midoriya is a smart kid. If anyone can figure out how to get back, it's him. I have full faith in that problem child. But I have to find that villain with the speed quirk. I can't let him roam free after the damage he caused. Aizawa leaves the hospital. Kurogiri. Where did I end up sending him? 1. Back in the Hoenn region. They were in the middle of a massive sea storm that was caused by the Dewford siren. Izuku. Ricky, are you okay? Ricky. Bleerrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr calmed Ricky down and all three of them were getting lured in. Luckily, Danger Sense managed to snap Izuku out of it. Izuku. Guys, don't fall for it, the others managed to snap out of it. Izuku. Ricky, where is the siren located? Ricky points to where the siren is and Izuku jumps off the boat and uses float to get to where the siren is located. Izuku. Show yourself, siren. The water starts to ripple and something shoots straight out of the water. I must say, I'm impressed. I never thought a pitiful human would be able to break free of my control. If you're even human, because last I checked, humans don't float. Izuku. Is that a Pokemon? Rotom phone. Primarina. Siren form. A water and dark type. This form of Primarina has a mysterious song that is able to confuse and allure people and Pokemon alike. Being the opposite gender to the Primarina will have the strongest effect. Once they lure anyone into the water, Primarina will ensnare them with their long tangled hair and drag them down beneath the waves. Izuku. Well, it all stops now. Do you know why? Because I am here. Primarina. You're afraid. I can see the fear in your eyes. You think I'm scared. You think that you pretending to be brave is going to be enough to make me stop. Pitiful. Shadow Ball. Izuku. Delaware Smash. Izuku flicked his fingers and unleashed a huge gust of wind and counters the Shadow Ball. Primarina clenches her fins. Primarina. All that power with just a flick of his fingers. Who is this human? Izuku. Archie, help me out. He throws Archie's Pokeball and Archie comes out. Archie. Let's do this. Izuku. Archie, use Shadow Claw. Archie rushes at Primarina and tries to attack her with Shadow Claw, but Primarina. Ice Beam. The attack struck Rowlet's wing and he fell into the ocean. Izuku. Archie. Primarina. How path MMPH. Her mouth was being held shut by Blackwhip, and what she saw now scared her beyond belief. Primarina. What the fuck is up with that look? I can't believe this. Why is he so angry? Izuku. How could you? How could you? Why did you have to punish him? I was the one giving the commands. You should have been attacking me. Those words made Primarina freeze up. And not just from fear. Primarina. He's mad because of what I did to his Rowlet. That doesn't make any sense. I was always told that humans treat us Pokemon like tools. Was that just to keep me from interacting with humans? Izuku dove into the water and swam as fast as he could to get to Archie. Which he did and swam back up as fast as he could. Izuku then shot out of the water with Archie in his hands. Izuku. Archie, I'm so sorry. He was crying. Tears were falling on Archie. And then, Archie was starting to glow blue. Izuku. Archie. Archie was changing. He was getting bigger. His wings became longer. And he was growing hair. And then the glow dispersed. Leaving. Archie shot right out of Izuku's grasp. Izuku. Archie. What happened? Primarina. He evolved. Izuku brought out his phone. Rotom phone. Dartrix, the Blade Quill Pokemon. A grass and flying type. And the evolved form of Rowlet. It throws its darts, which are very sharp feathers, at enemies. Quite image conscious, it's always preening. Izuku. Evolved form. Mr. Brinny and Ricky were watching the whole thing. Ricky. Alright, way to go, Sagi. Izuku. Archie, do you want to go on? Primarina. He's asking his Dartrix if he wants to continue. Could humans actually be nice? Archie. Heck yeah, I want to test out my new strength. Izuku smiled. Izuku. Alright then, use Grass Pledge. Realizing she was still trapped, Primarina tried desperately to get out of Blackwhip, but to no avail. Archie. Grass Pledge. Primarina was caught right up in the Grass Pledge, which was even stronger than before. Izuku. Let's finish her off together. Use Shadow Claw. They both rush at Primarina. Archie. Shadow Claw. Izuku. Detroit Smash. Both attacks hit Primarina, sending her quite the distance. But it wasn't over yet. There was one more thing left to do. Izuku. Now to make sure she can't harm anyone ever again. Go Pokeball. He throws the Pokeball while using one for all and it hit Primarina and sucked her in. The ball fell down into the water and shook 3 times before it clicked. The Dewford siren was not going to cause any more harm. Izuku picks up the Pokeball and he and Archie make their way back to the ship. Ricky. Great job Sagi. Mr. Brinny. Thanks to you, the seas are safe again. Izuku gives a half-hearted smile. Ricky. What's wrong, Sagi? Izuku. I just don't understand why Primarina did all this. If there's one thing I know, it's that villains aren't born. They're created. What drove Primarina to do all this? Mr. Brinny. That's pretty deep. Well, one day, I'm sure she will warm up to you and will tell you everything. Now that the siren has been captured, it's off to Dewford town. And with that, they all continued traveling until they finally reached Dewford town. Izuku and Ricky are finally in Dewford town and are waiting in the Pokemon Center for Archie and Primarina to recover. Ricky. Are you sure you aren't going to use them? Izuku. Archie deserves a break and I feel like I'm not ready to use Primarina. She probably hates me. Ricky. I don't think so. I mean, she did at first, but when you dove after Archie to save him from drowning, her aura changed. It went from being that of complete surprise. Probably because you risked your life to save him. Izuku. What does that have to do with her change of tone? Ricky. Sagi, not all Pokemon are fond of humans. Some of them hate humans. There are some humans out there that don't treat us as living beings and instead as merely tools who can just be abandoned without anyone caring. Izuku. What? Why would they do such a thing? Ricky. I don't know. But Pokemon that experience such a thing tend to grow a hatred for humans. On the other hand, some Pokemon are just taught to never trust a human because they are all like that. I'm not saying that it's true, of course, but some Pokemon are just taught such a thing. Serenia might have gone through one of those things. Trust me, unlike your world, others tend to be mistreated. Izuku. Oh, how wrong you are. Ricky. What do you mean? Izuku. Ricky, did you forget that my quirk was passed down to me? Ricky. Izuku. It wasn't passed down to me until I was 15. Up until then, I was quirkless. A part of the 20% of the people who had no power. That may be a standard thing for this world, but not in my world. The people a part of that 20% are treated horribly. And I was no different. I was made fun of, pranked, my grades were purposely lowered to make the kids in my class with quirks seem smarter, even abused. And almost no one cared about me. The only ones who did were my parents. However, I never told them about what I went through because I didn't want to worry them. It's been hard enough since my dad is always working overseas. Ricky. Are you sure he didn't just leave to get the milk or? Izuku. Annoyed no. I hate that everyone thinks that. My dad just works overseas so he isn't around all that often. We still video chat at times. But he didn't leave to get the milk or anything like that. Ricky. Oh, sorry. So, you went through all that abuse, and still have the desire to be a hero. Izuku. Of course, it's all I wanted to be. Ricky. No wonder I can sense such a strong sense of justice from your aura. You're a great man, Seigi. Izuku. Thanks, friend. Nurse Joy. Izuku Midoriya, your Pokemon are ready for you. Izuku went to the counter, took his Pokemon, and bowed. Izuku. Thank you, Nurse Joy. It's no problem. We hope to see you again. Izuku and Ricky left and got to the Dewford gym. But when they got in, Hariyama. Use arm thrust. Hariyama. Right, arm thrust. Hariyama thrusted his arms at Izuku. What's going on? Kirlia. Use Moonblast. Kirlia. Right, Kirlia. Moonblast. Kirlia threw the Moonblast at Hariyama and hit him dead on. A lot of dust covered the area, but when it cleared, Hariyama was knocked out. All right, way to go Max. Max. Thanks, Bonnie. Referee. Hariyama is unable to battle. Kirlia wins, and that means that the victory goes to Max Maple of Petalburg City. Max. All right, great job Kirlia. Kirlia. Thanks, Max. Bonnie ran up to Max and hugged him tight, despite his embarrassment. Hariyama. Return. Thanks bud, you did great. Izuku decided to greet them. Izuku. Hey, congrats on your victory. The two looked at Izuku. Max. Hi, who are you? Izuku. I'm Izuku Midoriya. And this is Ricky. Ricky. Hey, nice to meet you. Max. Nice to meet you too. I'm Max Maple, and this is my partner, Kirlia. Kirlia did a little curtsy. Kirlia. It's a pleasure to meet you. Bonnie. And I'm Bonnie Ferrand. And this is Dedenne. Dedenne. Happy to meet new people. Izuku pointed his phone at the two Pokemon. Rotom phone. Kirlia, the emotion Pokemon. A psychic and fairy type. Kirlia uses the horns on its head to amplify its psychic powers, and when this occurs, reality becomes warped, and future events can be seen. Izuku. Psychic powers. That's incredible. Rotom phone. Dedenne, the antenna Pokemon. An electric and fairy type. Dedenne communicates long distance with other Dedenne by sending radio waves through its antenna-like whiskers. Izuku. Sending radio waves. That sounds like a big asset. Max. Did you come here for a gym battle? Izuku. Yeah, I just arrived to challenge the gym leader. That would be me, Brawly. Sorry, but you'll have to wait until after I heal up my Pokemon. 2 will just take me an hour. Brawly then left. Bonnie. Hey, Max. What do you say we watch Izuku's battle? Max. Are you sure? What about the next contest? Bonnie. That can wait. I want to see what Izuku and his Pokemon are capable of. Max. Well, I don't mind. But are you okay with that, Izuku? Izuku. Sure, I'm fine with it. What about you, Ricky? Ricky. I'm cool with it. Bonnie takes out her own Rotom phone which has a green and yellow case, and points it at Ricky. Rotom phone. Riolu, the emanation Pokemon. A fighting type, Riolu has the power to see and understand emotions like happiness and anger in aura waves. Bonnie. Cool, I wonder if you can use Aura Sphere. Or use Dragon-type moves. Or maybe. Ricky. Calm down, Lemonergy. Ricky slaps his mouth shut and groans in annoyance. Bonnie. Lemonergy. Ricky. Sorry, I have a bad habit of nicknaming everyone. I called you Lemonergy as a combination of lemon and energy. Your hair is like that of a lemon and you are really energetic. Bonnie. That makes sense, now that I think about it. It's a lot better than Twerpet. Izuku. Twerpet. Max. Let's just say we have had our fair share of crooks to deal with in the past. So, what's your goal? Izuku. To get the Azure Flute. Bonnie. The Azure Flute. Max. It's a special kind of flute. It's the key to encountering Arceus. But they only give the Azure Flute to those who have become champions of a region. A lot of people go for the flute to try and catch Arceus. Sorry Izuku, but if you want to catch Arceus, I would change your goal. Izuku. I don't want to catch Arceus. I desperately need his help. Dedenne. Wait, why? Ricky. Seigi, you have to tell them. Izuku. Are you sure? Ricky nodded. Izuku. Okay, what I'm about to tell you will sound crazy, but I promise you, it's the truth. Izuku then told Max, Bonnie, Dedenne, and Kirlia everything. Well, he left out the part of One for All, but he told them everything else. Izuku. So I need Arceus' help to return to my world before Shigaraki recovers and attacks again. Max. Whoa, Bonnie. That's incredible. Wait, are you that guy who stopped Team Rocket from stealing the Pokemon from the Pokemon Center by himself? Izuku. Yes, that was me, Max. I take back what I said about changing your goal. I hope you succeed. Izuku. Thank you, Brawly. I'm back and ready. Oh, you two are still here. Bonnie. Max and I are going to watch the battle happen. Is that okay? Brawly. Sure, that's fine with me. Alright, let's begin. Referee. The battle between Gym Leader Brawly and the challenger Izuku Midoriya will now begin. Each side will use 2 Pokemon and the battle will be over when both Pokemon on either side are unable to continue. Furthermore, only the challenger is allowed to substitute Pokemon. Battle begins. Brawly. Go, Machop. Machop. Let's fight. Izuku. Machop. Rotom phone. Machop, the superpower Pokemon. A fighting type. Machop have muscles that never tire, no matter how much they exercise. Machop have enough strength to throw 100 average-sized adults. Izuku. 100. That's not good, Ricky. Don't worry, Seigi. You got this. Izuku nodded. Izuku. Alright, Mayo, let's go beyond. Izuku sends out his Sawaddle. Mayo. Finally, time for a battle. Brawly. Machop. Use Karate Chop. Machop rushed in, ready to attack. Izuku. Dodge it and use Bug Bite. Mayo barely managed to avoid the Karate Chop and rushed in to bite him. And he succeeded, but it didn't do much. Max. Izuku. Bug-type moves aren't very effective on fighting types. 1. Brawly. Now Machop. Karate Chop again. Machop brought his hand up and gave Mayo a Karate Chop to the face, making him cry out in pain. Izuku. Mayo. Mayo. Yow. That was one tough Karate Chop. Brawly. Now Machop. Use Cross Chop. Machop crossed his arms and was ready to strike. Izuku. Use String Shot to dodge. Mayo spat out a web at the ceiling and dodged just in time by shooting up the roof. Izuku. Now use Air Slash. Bonnie. Sawaddle knows Air Slash. Max. It's an egg move. Something Sawaddle can only learn with help from their parents. And they know it at birth. Ricky. His name is Mayo. It's Japanese for honor. Machop was hit dead on while Mayo was still falling. However, a Sawaddle isn't very strong so Machop didn't take too much damage. Brawly. Machop, Are you okay? Machop. Why yeah, I'm good. Brawly. Then use cross chop. Machop once again brought his arms into position and this time, managed to hit Mayo, who couldn't do anything while still falling. Izuku. Mayo. Mayo was sent tumbling towards the ground. Thankfully, he was able to tough it out. Izuku. Return. Izuku recalled Mayo. Max. Smart move. Mayo took a lot of damage. But what will he plan on using next? Izuku. Draken. Let's go beyond. He sends out his tyrant. Draken. Tyrant. Bonnie. He has a tyrant. Go. Draken, go. Ricky. What's with Lemonergy? Max. Before she became a trainer, she grew attached to a tyrant. Needless to say, she loves tyrant. Ricky. Oh, that makes sense. Brawly. Machop. Use cross chop. Machop charged at Draken with cross chop. Izuku. Draken. Use scale shot. Draken shot a bunch of scales and Machop couldn't defend himself well. He took a lot of damage but still managed to land a hit in on Draken. Bonnie. No. Draken. Izuku. Now Draken. Poison Fang. Draken's fangs turned purple and he bit down on Machop. Hard. Machop. Gah. Max. I get it. He let Draken get hit so that Machop would have gotten close enough for Draken to bite down on him with Poison Fang. Ricky. You're right, and because Draken's ability is Strong Jaw, it did even more damage. Machop then collapsed. Referee. Machop is unable to battle. Tyrant wins. Brawly. Machop, return. Thanks, bud. You were great out there. Quite the risky move there. But it paid off. But that was just Machop. It's time for Hariyama. He brought out Hariyama. Rotom Phone. Hariyama, the arm thrust Pokemon. A fighting type. Hariyama can send a truck flying with one of its slaps and it loves competitions of strength. Izuku. Can you still go on? Draken nodded. Izuku. Alright, then use scale shot. Tyrant shot a bunch of scales at Hariyama. But it didn't seem to do much. Izuku. Use scale shot and ancient power. Back to back. Draken was confused, but did as he was told. It didn't seem to have much of an effect. Bonnie. Why isn't he having Draken use Poison Fang? Max. I don't know. Despite scale shot and ancient power having the same type added bonus, it isn't doing much on Hariyama. Brawly. Use seismic toss. Hariyama rushed forward. Izuku. Don't falter. Keep using ancient power and scale shot. Draken kept the continuous attacks going until Hariyama finally reached him. Izuku. Poison Fang. Draken tried to bite down on Hariyama, but he was grabbed before he could do so. And then. Izuku. Draken. Draken was knocked out. Referee. Draken is unable to battle. Hariyama wins. Bonnie. That poor tyrant. Dedenne. But why did Izuku do that? Ricky. Whispers Lemonergy. Maximizer. Look at Seismic Sumo's legs. Ricky. Whispers Sagi must have known that despite its strong arms, its power comes from its legs, and injuring them would make it harder for Hariyama to fight. Max. You're right, it's like what Ash did. Kirlia. I guess Izuku was just planning ahead. Izuku. Draken return. You were awesome out there. Sorry for the harmful plan. I'll treat you to some good grub afterwards. All right, it's up to you Mayo. He sent out Mayo. Brawly. I hate to break it to you, but that Sawaddle of yours is already tired from facing my Machop. You sure you can handle Hariyama? Izuku. What do you think, Mayo? Mayo. I'm never going to give up. Never. Izuku. You heard him. We're not giving up. Brawly. Alright then, Hariyama, use Vital Throw. Hariyama went charging at Mayo. But he started flinching in pain. Brawly. Hariyama. Izuku. Just as I planned. Use Razor Leaf. Aim for the legs. The Razor Leaf hit Hariyama in the legs. The very injured legs. Hariyama. Gah. Brawly. What's going on? Izuku. I knew that Draken wouldn't be able to handle Hariyama on his own. When I saw how effective a single cross chop was to him, I knew that it would only take one more fighting type move like that to put him out of commission. So I planned ahead by having him attack Hariyama's legs. As strong as Hariyama is, he needs to use his legs to close in on his opponents. If he can't do that, then all I need to do is attack him from a far enough distance. Brawly. Impressive, Izuku. Alright, Mayo. Finish Hariyama off with air slash. Mayo shot an air slash at Hariyama and got a critical hit. Hariyama then fainted. Referee. Hariyama is unable to battle. So Waddle wins, and that means the victory goes to Izuku Midoriya. Izuku. Alright, Bonnie and Max. They did it. And so. Brawly. Here you go, Izuku. Brawly. This is proof of your victory at the Dewford Town Gym. The Knuckle Badge. Izuku takes it. Izuku. Thank you, Brawly. And so, Izuku, Bonnie, and Max leave. Izuku. So, where are you two going? Max. Well, we're headed to Slateport City where the next Pokemon contest is being held. Bonnie isn't trying to win the league. She's a coordinator. I assume you'll be headed for Mauville City where the electric-type gym leader, Watson, is at. We'll meet again one day. Hopefully at the Pokemon League. He holds out his hand. Max. And when that happens, I hope to be your rival. Izuku smiles and shakes his hand. Izuku. I look forward to battling with you. And so, they went their separate ways. Izuku healed up his Pokemon and they all made their way to the boat that would take them to Slateport City. But Izuku left for Route 110. But along the way, he encountered another Pokemon. And she is absolutely adorable. Izuku. What Pokemon is that? Rotom Phone. Eevee, the evolution Pokemon. A normal type. Because of its unstable DNA, Eevee possesses a wide variety of evolutionary possibilities hidden inside. Eevee. Don't hurt me, please. Izuku noticed that her front paw was injured and slowly approached her. Izuku. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to help you. It's going to be okay. Do you know why? Because I am here. He sets his bag down and takes out a potion. He then brought out his free hand waiting for the Eevee to take it. Izuku. Please give me your injured paw. I can't help you if you don't take it. The Eevee hesitated, but eventually gave her paw to Izuku. Izuku. This is going to sting a little. So if you want to hold my hand tighter, go ahead. The Eevee squeezed his hand, or at least, what she could squeeze as tight as she could as Izuku sprayed the potion on her. She flinched in pain but calmed down quickly when it ended soon after. Izuku. All good, Eevee. Thank you, Mr. Bush. Izuku. Haha, my name's Izuku. Eevee. Oh, sorry Mr. Izufu, Iulapu, Atuku. Izuku and Ricky sweatdrop, but it's not like they could blame the Eevee for getting it wrong. She looked to be only 5 years old. On top of that, Japanese names aren't as easy to pronounce as English names. Izuku. How about you just call me Deku? Eevee. Thank you Mr. Deku. My name is Sunshine. Izuku. She's adorable. Nice to meet you, Sunshine. Ricky. My name is Ricky. So, how did you hurt yourself? Sunshine. Well, me, Daddy, my 2 mommies, and my big siblings were on a trip to this land when a group of meanies showed up and kidnapped most of us. I think they said that they were from Team Rocket. I think that's what it was. Daddy was the only one who wasn't captured and managed to free us and destroy the big robot that was used to kidnap us. But we all got blown far away from each other and I have no idea where my family is. Sniff. Izuku. The poor Eevee. Hey, I'll help you find them. Ricky and I are going to be traveling around Hoenn anyways. So we might as well help you out as well. Sunshine. Really? Izuku. Yes, really. A hero always helps someone in need of help. And you're in need of help. Sunshine got up and hugged Izuku's neck as tight as she could. Which wasn't tight at all. Sunshine. Thank you. Thank you, Izuku. You're welcome. However, along the way, we will be making a bunch of pit stops as I have a quest of my own to finish as well. But I promise you to find your family. Sunshine. Yay. Sunshine was then let down on the ground. Then Izuku pulled out a notebook from somewhere. Izuku. I just need to know what your family looks like. Sunshine. Okay. My daddy's a Jolteon. My mommies are a Glaceon and a Sylveon. I have 2 big brothers who are a Flareon and an Umbreon. And I have 3 big sisters who are a Vaporeon, a Leafeon, and an Espeon. Izuku. Let me check the Rotom phone. Rotom phone. Jolteon, the lightning Pokemon. An electric type. Jolteon puts out an electric charge equivalent to 10,000 volts. Quite high-strung. It's not easy to befriend. Izuku sketched Jolteon's design. Izuku. 10,000 volts. Impressive, but my friend, Denki Kaminari, can do much more. Rotom phone. Vaporeon, the bubble jet Pokemon. A water type. The cells of its body resemble water molecules, so it can hide itself in the water as if it had melted into it. Izuku makes a sketch. Izuku. Water-like molecules. Incredible. That could be useful against decay. Rotom phone. Flareon, the flame Pokemon. A fire type. Flareon stores some of the air it breathes in an internal flame pouch, where it heats the air to 3,000 degrees. Izuku writes it down. Izuku. 3,000 degrees. That might be even hotter than Dobby's flames. Sunshine. Who's Dobby? Izuku. Best for you not to know. Rotom phone. Espeon, the sun Pokemon. A psychic type. When the sun hits the jewel on Espeon's forehead, it builds up psychic power. It holds the highest loyalty to an accomplished trainer, and it is said Espeon obtained its premonition powers to protect them. Izuku keeps writing things down. Izuku. Psychic power is incredible. Rotom phone. Umbreon, the moonlight Pokemon. A dark type. As a nocturnal Pokemon, Umbreon's large eyes can distinguish prey even during the darkest of nights. When its skin is able to absorb moonlight, the circles on its body faintly glow, and a strange power is awakened. Ricky. One of my best friends is an Umbreon. He was, once a bully of mine, but he had a huge change of heart when we showed him actual kindness. Rotom phone. Leafeon, the verdant Pokemon. A grass type. Like plants, Leafeon photosynthesize and generate extremely fresh air. The perfume made from its leaves is quite popular. Izuku. Wow, I never thought the leaves of Pokemon could be used for that. Glaceon, the fresh snow Pokemon. An ice type. Glaceon can control its body temperature at will, and by freezing water particles in the air, it can create diamond dust. Izuku. Diamond dust. Whoa, that sounds pretty useful. Rotom phone. Sylveon, the intertwining Pokemon. A fairy type. Sylveon's ribbon-like feelers send out waves that have a calming effect and can put a stop to conflicts. If it places its feelers on its trainer, Sylveon can understand their emotions. Izuku. That's incredible. That could resolve so many problems. Well, Sunshine, hop in my bag so we can carry you around easily, okay? Sunshine. And so, Sunshine climbed into Izuku's bag as they all made their way to Mauville City and arrive at the Mauville City gym, and go on in. With Sunshine being as excited as a little kid in a candy store. Sunshine. This is the Mauville gym. Izuku. Mauville. Hey Sunshine, your daddy's an electric type, right? What goes well against them? Sunshine. I don't know. Ricky. Seigi, she's only 5. I don't think she knows much about type advantages. Izuku. When I was 5, I knew plenty of useful things. Ricky. Seigi, that's not a normal thing for 5-year-olds. Izuku. Oh, Ricky. Here's the thing. Electric-type Pokemon are only weak to ground types. And electric-type moves have no effect on ground types. Izuku. But we don't have any ground types. Ricky. Thankfully, grass, electric, and dragon types take half the damage from electric-type moves. However, water and flying types are weak to electric-type moves. So if you want my suggestion, we need to use Mayo and Draken again. Sunshine. Who? Izuku. 2 of my other Pokemon. Well, we'll find out when we get there. And so, they all entered the gym. But when they entered, the platform they were standing on started to move. It was like they were on a big ride. First they went on a roller coaster-like section. Izuku. What the heck is happening? Ricky. Don't ask me. Sunshine. Then there was a bumpy rafting section. Izuku. THINGSAREGETTINGBUMPY. Ricky. NOKIDDING. Sunshine. MYVOICEISSOUNDINGFUNNY. And then they arrived in front of Watson. And they collapsed on the floor. Watson. Enjoy the ride. Izuku. I bit my tongue. Ricky. I think my stomach's inside out. Sunshine. Again. Watson. She seems to love it. They all got up. Izuku. I'm Izuku Midoriya. I'm here to challenge you to a Pokemon battle. Watson. Straight to the point, huh? Wahaha. You youngins always have somewhere to be. Izuku. Oh, you have no idea. Sunshine. Ricky, you guys watch. Ricky. Aw, man. Sunshine. Okay, Mr. Deku. Come on, Mr. Ricky. Sunshine started to drag Ricky by the arm. Ricky. Fine, but Seigi, promise me you'll use me next, okay? Izuku. Alright, referee. The battle between the Mauville City Gym leader, Watson, and the challenger, Izuku Midoriya, will now begin. Each side will use 3 Pokemon, and the battle will be over when all 3 Pokemon from either side are unable to continue. Furthermore, only the challenger is allowed to substitute Pokemon. Izuku. Wait, I thought it was 2. Watson. In different gyms, there are different rules. And the rule in my gym is a 3-on-3 match. Referee. Alright, battle. Begin. Watson. Go. Magnemite. Magnemite. Battle time. Izuku. Magnemite. Rotom Phone. Magnemite, the magnet Pokemon. An electric and steel type. Magnemite eat electricity. As they fly, they emit electromagnetic waves from the 2 units on their sides. Izuku. Electromagnetic waves. I see. Mayo. Let's go beyond. Izuku sends Mayo out. Mayo. Ready to go. Watson. Use Thundershock. Magnemite shot out a Thundershock to zap Mayo. Izuku. Use String Shot to dodge. Mayo shot out String Shot at a wall and pulled himself towards it, avoiding the attack in time. Izuku. Now use Razor Leaf. Mayo fired off Razor Leaf and hit Magnemite, but it didn't do much. Sunshine. Why didn't it hurt him? Ricky. Oh, it did. The problem is that steel types have a lot of resistances. A total of 10, plus an immunity to poison type moves. Steel types are resistant to normal, flying, rock, bug, steel, grass, psychic, ice, dragon, and fairy type moves. And Mayo's moves are Razor Leaf, a grass type move, Bug Bite, a bug type move, String Shot, another bug type move, and Air Slash, a flying type move. Mayo's at a major disadvantage. Sunshine. Maybe I should help him. Ricky. That would force a loss with Seigi. We can't interfere. Sunshine. Please. Ricky. Guh. He fell on the ground. Ricky. Sunny, be careful with that smile. If people find out you aren't Seigi's Pokemon, they'll want to catch you. And as much as I hate to say this to you, no. He gets up. Ricky. The problem is, if Seigi doesn't win against this gym, we can't progress any further. Which means it will take us longer to find your family. Sunshine looked down. Sunshine. I understand. I'm sorry, Mr. Ricky. Ricky pats her head. Ricky. Don't worry about it. You're still a little girl. It's okay to make mistakes. Just make sure you learn from them, alright? Sunshine hugs Ricky. Sunshine. Mayo was knocked down to the ground by a sonic boom that was shot by Magnemite. Izuku. Every time Magnemite does an attack, its magnets glow a little. That gives me an idea. Mayo, are you good? Mayo got up. Mayo. Yeah, I'm good. Izuku. Great, I have a plan. Mayo. If it's anything like your last plan, then. Izuku. No, it's not like that one. Mayo. Then I'm all for it. Izuku. Great, use String Shot on Magnemite's magnets. Mayo shot out String Shot at Magnemite's magnets, wrapping them up completely. Watson. I see what you're doing. You noticed how Magnemite's magnets are essential for its attacks. Wahaha, you're a clever youngin', aren't you? However, your String Shot isn't powerful enough. Magnemite, use Supersonic. Magnemite used Supersonic and the intense screeching sound made the String Shot blow apart. Izuku. Crap, he thought of everything. Watson. Use Flash Cannon. The attack hit Mayo. Izuku. Mayo struggled to get up. Mayo. I won't give up. Watson. Thunder Shock. Magnemite fired off its Thunder Shock and hit Mayo. Izuku. Mayo, Don't give up. Go beyond. Plus Ultra. Everyone. Plus Ultra. Mayo. If Plus Ultra means to overcome the hardships in my way, then I will. Mayo managed to get up and was able to shake off the thundershock. Izuku. Great work. Mayo then glowed bright blue. Sunshine. What's happening to Mr. Bug? Ricky. Mayo's evolving. Izuku. Mayo. He holds up his Rotom phone. Rotom phone. Swadloon, the leaf-wrapped Pokemon. A bug and grass type, and the evolved form of Swaddle. Swadloon's body is covered in leaves which protect it from the cold. In forests where Swadloon live, the trees and grass grow very well. Izuku. Alright, and you even learned a new move. But I wonder, Mayo, use string shot again. Mayo wraps Magnemite's magnets up in string shot again. Watson. Use supersonic. Magnemite tried to break apart the string shot with supersonic, but it failed to do so. Izuku. I knew it. Mayo's string shot has gotten stronger. Now let's show them your new move. Use hidden power. Mayo shot hidden power at Magnemite and it bursted into flames when it hit Magnemite. Ricky. Talk about lucky. Hidden power is a very unique move. Its typing depends on the Pokemon's IVs. In this case, fire. Magnemite fell to the ground and fainted. Referee. Magnemite is unable to battle. Swadloon wins. Izuku. Great job, Mayo. Mayo. Phew. Thanks. Watson. Magnemite return. Thanks. You were great. That was incredible, you too. I didn't expect Swadloon to learn hidden power. And the fire version as well. But that was only my first Pokemon. Voltorb. Your turn. Rotom phone. Voltorb, the ball Pokemon. An electric type. Voltorb appears in places where electricity is generated, and it resembles a Pokeball. Izuku. It certainly does look like a Pokeball. Referee. Begin. Izuku. Mayo. Use string shot. Mayo fires off another string shot. Watson. Use rollout. Voltorb uses rollout at incredible speed, dodging the string shot. Before Mayo could react, he got hit by rollout. Izuku. Mayo. Quick. Use Razor Leaf. Mayo tried to hit Voltorb with Razor Leaf, but he missed and got hit by rollout again, knocking him out because of the damage he took prior. Referee. Swadloon is unable to battle. Voltorb wins. Izuku. Mayo, return. Thanks. Take a good rest. Archie. Your turn. Izuku sends out Archie. Archie. Ready to go. Referee. Begin. Sunshine. Go Mr. Deku. Go. Izuku. Use Grass Pledge. Archie slams his wing down and unleashes a massive column of leaves at Voltorb. Watson. Dodge it. Voltorb was able to roll out of the way. Watson. Sonic Boom. Voltorb shot a Sonic Boom at Archie and managed to hit him. Izuku. Don't let up. Use Grass Pledge again. Izuku kept on having Archie use Grass Pledge and every time, Voltorb would dodge it. But Izuku had a plan. Eventually, Voltorb got backed into a corner. Izuku. Now Archie. Shadow Claw. Archie launched himself at Voltorb and landed a hit on him because Voltorb was stuck in the corner of the room. Watson. Quick. Use Thunderbolt. Voltorb was able to hit Archie with Thunderbolt. Izuku. Archie. Use Grass Pledge one more time. Archie was able to tough it out and slammed his wing to the ground and Voltorb was launched into the air by Grass Pledge. Izuku. Now's your chance. Finish it with Shadow Claw. Archie soared into the air, ready to take out Voltorb. However. Watson. Guess we go down together. Use Self-Destruct. Izuku. What the heck? When the smoke cleared, both Pokemon fainted. Referee. Voltorb and Dartrix are both unable to battle. Watson. Thanks for your help, Voltorb. Now return. Izuku. Good job Archie. I had no idea of that last-ditch attack. Sorry. Return. Watson. I must say, I never would have thought of cornering Voltorb to prevent him from rolling around. Good thinking. But it's not over just yet. Electrike. Go. Rotom phone. Electrike, the lightning Pokemon. An electric type. Using the electric charge stored in its fur, it can run faster than the eye can follow. Izuku. So speed is out of the question. Draken. You're up. Draken. Tie. Tyrant. Referee. Begin. Watson. Use charge. Electrike charged up electricity. Watson. Shock wave. Electrike shot a shock wave at Draken. Izuku. Dodge and use scale shot. Draken narrowly avoided shock wave and shot out a bunch of scales that hit Electrike. Watson. Don't give up, Electrike. Use thunder wave. The thunder wave managed to hit Draken, paralyzing him. Izuku. Draken. What happened? Watson. Thanks to thunder wave, your tyrant is now paralyzed. He may be unable to move now. Izuku. Draken. Are you okay? Draken nodded. Izuku. Then use poison fang. Draken tried to bite Electrike, but the paralysis was slowing him down and Electrike avoided it with ease. Watson. Now use bite. Izuku. Dodge it. Draken tried to dodge, but he couldn't move from the paralysis and got hit. When he got up, he started to talk. Draken. Why? It's so not fair that I get paralyzed. Especially in the middle of a gym battle. It's not fair. 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 He was stomping his feet like crazy, unaware that he shook off the paralysis. Everyone was sweat dropping at the tantrum Draken was having, despite being happy that he can finally speak. However. Izuku. What was that? Ricky. That was stomping tantrum. Electrike was hit by that attack, and since Poison Fang didn't hit Electrike, its power was doubled. Combine that with being used on an electric type, and it becomes 4 times as effective. Watson. Electrike. Electrike had fainted. Draken. Huh, how did? Referee. Electrike is unable to battle. Tyrant wins, which means the victory goes to the challenger, Izuku Midoriya. Izuku ran up to Draken and hugged him. Izuku. Great job, Draken. Draken. Thanks. Sunshine. He did it. Yay. And so. Watson. Here you go, Izuku. Watson. This is the Dynamo badge. Proof of your victory at the Mauville City Gym. Izuku took the badge. Izuku. Thank you, sir. Watson. I recommend you go to Lavaridge Town next. Izuku. Lavaridge Town. Thank you for telling me. And with that, Izuku, Ricky, and Sunshine left. They stopped by the Pokemon Center and then started to make their way to Lavaridge Town. Izuku and Ricky made their way through Jagged Falls and were now sitting in the cable car, making their way up Mt. Chimney. Sunshine was looking out the window and enjoying the view, giggling enough to make anyone's heart melt. Eventually, they got off at their destination and went through Mt. Chimney. Sunshine. It's so hot. I feel like I'm melting. Ricky. You'll be okay, Sunny. It's not too far away. However, while they were walking, they saw, near the lava at the bottom of the crater, 3 very familiar faces and 2 new faces. Okidogi, Munkidori, Phazendipati, and Izuku. Those 3. Wait. Who are those 2? Rotom Phone. Pekarunt. The subjugation Pokemon. A poison and ghost type. It feeds others toxic mochi that draw out desires and capabilities. Those who eat the mochi fall under Pekarunt's control, chained to its will. Braixen. The fox Pokemon. A fire type, and the evolved form of Fennekin. Braixen uses friction to ignite the twig from its tail before a battle. Ricky. Blushing, she's beautiful. She was also incredibly injured. And they noticed it. Izuku. Sunshine. Stay here while we help that Braixen. Sunshine. Izuku and Ricky rushed to the Braixen. Braixen. What do you want from me? Okidogi. We're a little angry at some idiots that caused a bit of harm to us, and we want to take that anger out on someone. Munkidori. Beating you to a pulp is going to be fun. Phazendipati. Nothing personal, Fox. Pekarunt. Get on with it already. But before they could cause any harm to her. Izuku. Street. Lewis Smash. Ricky. Kanto Strike. Author's note. Their attacks were the exact same. The 2 kicks made direct contact with Okidogi, launching him back. Braixen was surprised to see a human and a Riolu doing such damage with just 1 kick. Okidogi. Gak. The Loyal 3 recognize Izuku and Ricky. Loyal 3. You. Pekarunt. These 2 are the ones who forced you to flee. Pathetic. Phazendipati. Sir, they're tougher than they look. Munkidori. And we've got a score to settle. Izuku and Ricky. Bring it on. The two look at the Brakeson. Izuku. You have nothing to worry about now. Ricky. We are here to protect you. They rush at the four. Danger sense then kicked in. Pekarunt. Malignant chain. Thanks to danger sense, Izuku was able to dodge and used Black Whip to wrap it around Pekarunt and slam it into the ground. Okidogi. Told you. Pekarunt. Shut up. That is not a human. Izuku. I'm human alright. Pekarunt. I call BS. Destroy them. Munkidori. Psychic. Munkidori managed to catch Ricky in his psychic attack, dealing major damage to him. Izuku. Ricky. Phazendipati. Beat up. Phazendipati started to try and beat up Izuku, but he managed to dodge the attacks with the help of danger sense. But, Okidogi. Superpower. Okidogi was about to punch Izuku. But then, Ricky jumped in the way and got a massive punch to the gut. Izuku. Ricky. Crack. Ricky doubled over and started coughing. Brakeson. Hey, are you okay? Ricky. Coughing. Izuku. Hey, Brakeson, can you keep watch over him? Brakeson. You bet, and my name's Amber Kitsune. Izuku. Thank you, Amber. Izuku went back to fighting all four of them on his own while Ricky was coughing up a lot of chunks, stone chunks, until he finally coughed up. A broken Everstone. Amber. Is that an Everstone? Why was it in your? Ricky. I was only a year and a half when I swallowed it, okay. Amber. Sorry. Ricky got back up. Ricky. All better now. Before Amber could protest, Ricky rushed on ahead and protected Izuku just as he was about to get hit by a poison jab. Izuku. Ricky. Don't worry Seigi. Always, have, your, back. Izuku. Ricky. Is that really you? Izuku brought out his Rotom phone. Rotom phone. Lucario, the Aura Pokemon. A fighting and steel type. Lucario uses a power called Aura, which allows it to sense human feelings. Izuku. Alright, and you even learned 2 new moves. Ricky. What do you say we try one of them out? Izuku. Are you speaking with me telepathically? Ricky. Sure. Izuku. Well then, let's try it out. Use Bone Rush on Okidogi. Pekarunt. I won't let you. Okidogi got knocked into a wall. Okidogi. Damn it, he got even stronger. Munkidori. It doesn't matter how strong you are. We'll still win. Phazendipati. And you will be put into an early grave. Izuku's left eye turned red and Ricky's right eye turned green. Izuku and Ricky. We won't let that happen, ever. A giant veil of aura erupted from the two, blowing everyone back. Amber. What the heck? Loyal. 3. What the heck is happening? Pekarunt. I've heard about something like this. Izuku and Ricky. Eventually, the veil of aura died down. But Izuku and Ricky both looked different. Izuku had green Lucario ears, a spike on the back of his hands, and even a green Lucario tail. As for Ricky, they saw Amber freaking out and approached her. Izuku and Ricky. Are you okay? Amber. I'm fine. I'm more worried about the two of you. Izuku and Ricky. Why? Amber brought out a mirror that she stored, and the two looked to see their new appearances. They freaked out at this. Izuku and Ricky. What happened to us? Okidogi. Your new appearances don't scare us. Munkidori used Psychic and lifted up a big rock and threw it at them. But then danger sense kicked in, for both of them. They grabbed Amber and dodged the attack. Ricky. What the heck was that painful stabbing in my head? Shinomori. That was my quirk, danger sense. 9th. Something has happened. Your friend has my quirk. Nana. We can worry about that later. Okay, we have to take care of these 4. Izuku and Ricky. Right. They rush forward at the same time. Izuku. Ricky. Let's do this together. Ricky. I'm with you all the way, Seigi. Izuku and Ricky. Sinnoh Smash Air Force. Their combined attack caused a massive gust of wind that blew the 4 far away. All 4. One day, your days are numbered. Sunshine saw them fly far away and ran up to the two as they were smiling brightly. But then they collapsed. Amber. Oh no, Sunshine. Mr. Deku, Mr. Ricky, wake up, please. Amber checked their pulses and sighed in relief. Amber. It's okay, little one. They're just asleep. Don't worry, my aunt in Lavaridge town will take good care of them. Sunshine. Wow, we were actually on our way to Lavaridge town. Thank you for helping. Amber. No need to thank me. I should be the one doing the thanking. Amber then picks the two up with Psychic. Amber. Follow me, I'll lead the way. Sunshine. And with that, the four made their way to Lavaridge town. While walking, Amber would occasionally look at Ricky and blush. Amber. He's actually really cute when I look more closely at him. The four finally made their way to Lavaridge town. They entered the house that Amber's aunt lives in. Amber. You'll love my aunt, Sunshine. She's a very gentle and calm Pokemon. And she's friendly to everyone. Sunshine. I can't wait. They then met with. Oh, Amber, you're back. Wait, Sunshine. Amber. Wait, you know her. Sunshine. Grandma. Sunshine ran up to her and hugged her as hard as she could. Sunshine. I missed you so much. Amber. Grandma. Aunt Molly, what is going on? I suppose I should explain. Sunshine here is my adopted granddaughter. My son, Speed, adopted her after she hatched from her egg and called him her daddy. At least, that's what I was told happened. Wait. She noticed Izuku and Ricky. Molly. What happened to those two? Amber. These two saved me, but something weird happened in the process. First, his Riolu evolved, then it was like, they fused together. Do you know anything about that? Molly. I don't think so. It's new to me. Maybe my son's friend, Pearl, can help. Sunshine looked down. Molly. Sunshine. What's wrong, sweetheart? Sunshine then told Molly everything about her being separated from the other members of the evolution squad. When she finished telling her, she started crying. To which, Molly hugged her tightly. Molly. It's going to be okay. I promise you that I'll help you find them. Sunshine. Sniff, thank you. Amber. I'll help out too. We're cousins after all. Anyways, after they saved me, they suddenly collapsed. So I brought them here. Molly. You made the right choice. Let's lay them down on the beds. Amber sets them down on two separate beds. She puts Izuku on Molly's bed and Ricky on her bed. Molly. Now we just wait for them to wake up. And so, they waited. In an unknown place, Ricky's eyes were open, but it was completely pitch black. Ricky. Where am I? Sunny, Sagi, Firefox. Gah, why can't I stop doing that? No, I have bigger things to worry about. Where am I? Hello, Steel, Ricky. What the? Suddenly, the room starts to brighten up and he comes face to face with Ricky. The heck, who are all of you people? He then sees Hikage. Ricky. Oh, Scar, nice to see you again. Ricky. I hate this habit. They all sweat drop at this. Ricky. Anyways, what's going on? Who are you all? I am Yoichi Shigaraki, the first user of One for All. And we are the Vestiges of One for All. And you are in the Vestige world of One for All. Ricky. What? How? Hikage. We're not entirely sure. But we believe it has to do with that strange occurrence between you and Ninth. It was almost like you two merged together. How did you do that? Ricky. It's completely new to me, Gunlets. Gunlets. My name is Kudo, and I'm the second user of One for All. Ricky. Two things. 1. I only know First and Scar's names. 2. I have an unbreakable habit of giving nicknames to everyone. And no matter how much I try, I can't seem to break it. Kudo. Okay, but why did you call me Gunlets? Ricky. It's a mix of gun and gauntlets. And those gauntlets look like they are able to shoot things. Kudo. Fair enough. I'm Bruce, the third user of One for All. Ricky. Nice to meet you, Spike. Bruce. My ponytail. Ricky. Yeah, _ The name's Daigoro Banjo, the fifth user of One for All. Nice to meet you, Rick. Ricky. Nice to meet you too, Funky. Banjo. Ha ha ha, I like that nickname. I'm N Tayutai, the sixth user of One for All. But I'm willing to bet you're gonna call me something like Ninja. Ricky. Sadly so, _ Nana. I'm Nana Shimura, the 7th user of One for All. I'm sure that 9th has told you about my grandson, Tenko Shimura, aka Tamura Shigaraki. Ricky. Oof. Sorry about that. Luck it. Nana. Luck it. Ricky. They say that 7 is that lucky number. But lucky seems more like a boy's name. Nana. Fair enough. Ricky. And who's that? Nana. That's the vestige of the 8th user of One for All, Toshinori Yagi. But he's still alive, so you can't speak to him directly. Ricky. Oh, so, why am I here? Nana. We believe that whenever that, merging thing happens, you gain the quirks that 9th has unlocked. Which is all of ours except for seconds. Yoichi. And it might also work the same with 9th. I bet that when that event happens, he will be able to use your moves. Ricky. Whoa, that's awesome. Wait, why isn't Gunlets letting him use his quirk? Kudo. He's not ready yet. Ricky. Reet. Well, I'll make sure to help Seigi out as much as I can. Yoichi. If what we believe is true, when you two go through that event, One for All and One for Aura becomes a new quirk temporarily. We decided to call it Aura for All. Ricky. Aura for All. I love that name. Just then, Ricky started to fade. Ricky. What's happening? Yoichi. You're waking up. I'm sure we'll meet again, Ricky. Remember, you're never alone. And with that, Ricky faded away. With Izuku. Like Ricky, Izuku was in a pitch-black room. But he wasn't panicking because he was used to being in the Vestige world. Izuku. The Vestige world. But where are the other users? So, you're Ricky's trainer, huh? That was a voice that Izuku did not recognize. Izuku. Who said that? Show yourself. Footsteps were heard behind him until it stopped. Izuku turned around to see. It is a pleasure to finally meet you. Izuku. Who are you? Question mark. I am Max Steel, the 9th user of One for Aura. Izuku's eyes widened. Izuku. Why, you're Ricky's father? Max nods. Max. Indeed I am. And you are in the Vestige world of One for Aura. Izuku. How am I here? Max. To tell you the reason, I will have to explain what happened between the two of you during your fight against the loyal 3 in Pekarunt. Izuku. You know what it was. Max. I most certainly do. What happened between you two is a special temporary transformation called the Bond Phenomenon. Izuku. The Bond Phenomenon. Max. It is said to have some connection to the Pokemon's hidden potential. The Bond Phenomenon may be achieved when the trust between the trainer and the Pokemon reaches maximum. While a Pokemon and trainer are using this form, the trainer shares the Pokemon's pain in the same place the Pokemon was dealt damage. The trainer can also share the Pokemon's point of view. If the form is not mastered, the trainer and Pokemon can pass out from exhaustion. Izuku. Is that why Ricky and I suddenly passed out? Max. No, you two were already strong enough to nearly master the Bond Phenomenon. But we had to explain everything to you too, so we forced you to an unconscious state. Izuku. Max. In this situation, whenever you two activate the Bond Phenomenon, you two actually gain each other's quirks moves. For example, Ricky will be able to use Black Whip and you will be able to use Bone Rush. However, that's not all. When you activate the Bond Phenomenon, One for All and One for Aura temporarily combines into what we call Aura for All. And when that happens, both Vestige worlds become one. So I was able to meet the Vestiges of One for All. And we brought you to each other's Vestige worlds to talk to you about this. Can you promise me something? Izuku. What is it? Max. I know my son already told you this, but I died before he was ever born. I wasn't able to help him with using One for Aura. But you did, and I want you to promise me that you will always be there for him. To help him, to guide him, to be like a brother to him. Can you promise me that? Please. Izuku looked into his eyes. They were filled with remorse. Like he felt guilty for dying before his son was even born. He could tell how genuine his words were. So he went up to Max, and hugged him while being mindful of his spikes. Izuku. I promise, I will help him in any way I can. Max smiled. Max. Thank you, you really are a hero. Izuku starts to fade. Max. Looks like you're waking up. This is goodbye for now. But we will meet again one day. Izuku. We sure will. And with that, Izuku faded away. Back in the real world, the two shot up at the same time and noticed they were in someone's house. Ricky. Where are we? Molly. Oh, you're finally awake. Izuku. A Flareon. Molly. It's nice to meet you. My name is Molly. Ricky recognized her. Ricky. Try legs. Molly. What? Only one person calls me that. Ricky. Izuku. Ricky, you know her. Ricky. Yeah, Amber. And Molly, how do you know him? Sunshine. I'd also like to know, Grandma. Izuku and Ricky. Aunt. Grandma. Once they calmed down, Molly. Here's the thing. Ricky is best friends with my oldest nephew, Peeboo Electro. Amber. Cousin Peeboo. Sunshine. Who's Peeboo? Ricky. He's a Pikachu who only lives with his little brother. Sunshine. What about his mommy and daddy? Molly. I'm afraid they died when he was 2 years old. All they left behind was the egg containing his little brother, Eli. Ricky. I met Inazuma when we were 3 years old. I probably shouldn't tell her about that. And we became best friends. Eventually though, I had to move away. I rarely see him nowadays. But we're still friends. Actually, we were more like brothers. Sunshine. Does that mean you're my cousin? Ricky. I can't say no to that face. Why yeah. Sunshine. Yay, cousin Ricky. Izuku. Molly. I don't mean to talk about a sore subject, but how come you only have 3 legs? Molly looked at where her missing leg was. Molly. Oh, this. Well, during a wild ride and attack, I got my leg bitten off. My husband and brother died during that attack as well. But not my sister, Choo-Choo. I also thought that my 3 unhatched kids were lost as well. It wasn't until many years later that I discovered that my kids survived. Izuku. Oh, I'm so sorry for bringing it up. Molly. It's okay. You didn't know, but I would like to come along with you 3 to help find my kids and their friends. Amber. Me too. Izuku. Are you sure? Molly. Nothing will stop me from finding them and keeping them safe. Izuku smiles. Izuku. You know, you remind me a lot of my mother. She is a sweet, calm, and caring mother who wants nothing more than for to be safe. All right, you 2 can join us. Amber. Then catch me. Izuku. Huh, Amber. I want you to catch me so I can help out more in your journey. Izuku. Are you sure? Amber. Positive. Izuku smiles. Izuku. All right then. Go Pokeball. He throws his Pokeball at Amber and hits her. She gets sucked in and the ball drops, shakes 3 times, and makes a clicking sound. Izuku. All right, next stop is Lavaridge Town. Molly. Actually, we're already in Lavaridge Town. Izuku. Oh, then let's go to the next gym. And with that, the 4 left the house and went to the Lavaridge Town gym. The 4 have entered the gym. But they heard some kind of commotion behind the door. When they entered, they saw. I'm sorry, but I haven't seen her. I wish I could help more, but I wouldn't know where to start looking. Can you at least tell me if you know about any Pokemon that can help? Izuku. Ricky, can you hear me? Ricky. Yeah, what is it? Izuku. As the gym leader arguing with a Glaceon. Ricky. Yeah, she is. Sunshine. Mommy. Izuku and Ricky. Mommy. The Glaceon turns around and sees Sunshine. Sunshine. She ran up to her and hugged her. I was so worried about you. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Sunshine. I was at first. But Mr. Deku and Cousin Ricky helped me. Mr. Deku. Cousin Ricky. Izuku. Well, my name is actually Izuku. But she can't seem to pronounce it. So instead she calls me Deku. Ricky. And she calls me her cousin because her father's cousin is my best friend. She asked me if that makes me her cousin and I just couldn't say no to her. Molly. Lazuli, I'm surprised that you came here. This place is called Lavaridge Town for a reason. Lazuli. It didn't matter to me. As long as I could find Sunshine, I would go anywhere. Although. Lazuli. That idiot, Speed. He should have known better than to blow up that machine with us still inside. Why must he be such an idiot? Ricky. Calm down Sundaris. Lazuli. What did you call me? Ricky. Arceus, damn it. Molly. He has a bad habit of giving everyone nicknames. It's kind of impulsive for him. Don't think about it too much. Lazuli. Fine, but why are you two here? Izuku. It's a long story. Izuku explains to everyone about the world he came from and how he got to this world and how he plans to get out. Whoa, I didn't see that coming. If that's the case, then I, Flannery, the Lavaridge gym leader, accept your challenge. Lazuli. Wouldn't it just be better for you to just give him the gym badge? Flannery. I wish I could. But that's against the rules and could get me in trouble. Sorry. Izuku. Then we'll just have to earn the badge. Are you ready, Ricky? Ricky. Yeah, I'm ready. And so, they got into position with Sunshine, Molly, and Lazuli watching from the stands. Referee. The battle between the gym leader, Flannery, and the challenger, Izuku, will now begin. Each side will use 3 Pokemon and the battle will be over when all 3 Pokemon on either side are unable to continue. Furthermore, only the challenger is allowed to substitute Pokemon. Ready, begin. Flannery. Meg, you're up. Meg. This will be fun. Izuku. Meg, Rotom Phone. Slugma, the lava Pokemon. A fire type. Slugma have intensely hot magma, which circulates throughout their bodies, carrying nutrients and oxygen to their organs. Izuku. Oh, Slugma. Ricky. There are plenty of trainers out there that nickname their Pokemon. She's one of them. Izuku. Alright then, Amber. Let's go beyond. Izuku sends out Amber. Amber. I'm up against a Slugma. Seems like a fair battle. Flannery. So, it's a battle between 2 fire types. Let's do this. Ricky. Flame Girl certainly seems fired up. Amber tried to hold her laughter in at the pun. Referee. Battle begin. Izuku checked his Pokédex to learn Amber's moves. Izuku. Alright, Amber. Use Psybeam. Flannery. Counter it with Flamethrower. The 2 attacks collide and cancel each other out. Flannery. Now use Smog. Meg. On it. Meg released a thick gray smoke. Ricky. Careful, that can poison the target. Izuku. Right, Amber. Use Flamethrower. The 2 attacks collided and once again, cancelled each other out. Flannery. Body Slam. Meg started to rush over to Amber. Izuku. Quick, use Grass Knot. Amber. Here goes. Grass Knot. Meg tripped on it but got back up pretty easily. Lazuli. Izuku. Grass-type moves aren't very effective on fire types and the power of the move varies on the weight of the Pokemon. And Slugma isn't heavy enough to cause major damage. Izuku. Uh-oh. Meg jumps up. Meg. Body. Then she slams Amber into the ground. Meg. Slam. Meg then gets off Amber. Flannery. Now use Flamethrower. Meg shoots Flamethrower and hits Amber dead on. Ricky. Firefox. Meg. Firefox. Ricky. Arceus, damn it. Flannery. Now use Yawn. Meg yawned and released a big pink bubble. Ricky. Sagi. You have to recall her. Now. Izuku. Right. Amber. Return. Amber was returned to her Pokeball. Ricky. That was close. If she got hit by that, she would have fallen asleep. Izuku. Seriously, Ricky. Yeah, so what do you plan on using now? Izuku. Well, I plan on saving you for last since Yao seem to be my strongest with leaves for other Pokemon tokus from Io Draconarchy and. Translation. Well, I plan on saving you for last since you seem to be my strongest. Which leaves 4 other Pokemon to choose from. Mayo, Draken, Archie, and. One of his Pokeballs appeared from his belt and popped open to reveal his Primarina. Izuku. Ah, Ricky. She popped out on her own. Flannery. Is that the Dewford siren? Pokemon, Ricky, he caught her. The siren stared into Izuku's eyes. Primarina. I apologize for my wrongdoings, Master Midoriya. Izuku. Primarina. I understand your doubt, but. Izuku. And not that. Why did you call me Master? Primarina looked confused. Primarina. What do you mean? You caught me. That makes me your servant. That's what my family always said about humans. Izuku. And no, that's not true. Catching Pokemon doesn't make them my slaves. They still have a say in what they want to do. Primarina's eyes widened at his statement. Ricky. If he treated us like slaves, I never would have evolved. Sunshine. I thought you evolved when that weird stone broke. Lazuli. You mean an Everstone. Molly. Before he even met Peeboo, he swallowed an Everstone. Primarina. Why, Ricky. I was 18 months old. Primarina. My apologies. Ricky. No worries, Melody. Primarina. Melody. Ricky. Arceus. Damn it. 1. Izuku. He seems to have a habit for nicknaming people. Primarina. Melody. I like that name. Izuku. Then, I guess I'll call you Melody if you like it. Melody. Thank you I mean, Izuku. Izuku. But, why did you come out now? Melody. I wish to fight alongside you to help you in your quest. Izuku. Are you sure? Melody. Without a doubt. Will you let me? Izuku. Of course. Let me just check your moves. Izuku then checked her move set. Izuku. All right. Referee. Battle begin. Izuku. Use Hydro Pump. Melody. Right. Flannery. Meg. Dodge it. Meg tried to avoid it but failed badly. Izuku. Now use Alluring Voice. Melody sang a tune and it turned into an attack that hit Meg dead on. Meg then collapsed. Referee. Slugma is unable to battle. Primarina wins. Izuku. Great job Melody. Melody just smiles. Flannery. Meg, return. You did great. I must say, I'm impressed. I had no idea that you had captured the Dewford siren. And using her in battle. Incredible. Izuku. Thanks. But I really owe it to my Dartrix, Archie. Melody. No, it was you as well. When you dove in to save Archie and fought alongside him. It was both of you. Flannery. You actually fought her. Izuku. Why yeah. Melody. I'm honestly not sure if he's human. Izuku. I am. Flannery. I must say, that's amazing. But right now, it's time for your next fight. Mag, go. Rotom Phone. Magcargo, the lava Pokemon. A fire and rock type. Magcargo lives primarily in volcanic regions and occasionally emits the lava from its back that circles its body. Izuku. Interesting. Referee. Battle begin. Flannery. Mag, use Flamethrower. Mag shot Flamethrower at Melody. Izuku. Counter it with Ice Beam. Melody shot Ice Beam at the Flamethrower and they cancelled out. Flannery. Sunny Day. Izuku. Sunny Day. Izuku. How did? Molly. Izuku. Fire-type moves have been powered up now. Izuku. What? Then we better finish this quick with Hydro Pump. Melody shot Hydro Pump at Mag but. Flannery. Flamethrower. Mag shot Flamethrower at the Hydro Pump and it was quickly overpowered and Melody was hit. Izuku. Melody. Ricky. That's right. Water-type moves are weakened now. Izuku. What? Melody. Can you still go on? Melody slowly got up. Melody. Yeah. Izuku. Great. Use Shadow Ball. Melody shot Shadow Ball and it hit Mag. Flannery. Use Sandstorm. Melody. I can't see. Izuku. Melody. Stay calm. Close your eyes, and use your other senses. Melody closed her eyes. Flannery. Mag, keep using Ember on her. Mag did just that. She used Ember over and over again until. Ricky. Sagi. She knows where Mag is. Izuku nods. Izuku. Use Hydro Pump. Melody shoots Hydro Pump at Mag and it hits them dead on. Flannery. Quick. Use Sunny Day and Flamethrower. Izuku. Dodge it. Sunny Day was used and Mag then fired off Flamethrower, but Melody couldn't avoid it because her tail was injured from all the Ember and she was hit. Izuku. Melody. Melody collapsed. Referee. Melody is unable to battle. Magcargo wins. Izuku rushes to Melody. Izuku. Melody. Are you okay? Melody's eyes started to water. Melody. I'm sorry. Sniff, you were counting on me. Sniff, and I failed you. Izuku simply smiles. Izuku. But you didn't. We managed to take down Meg and dealt a lot of damage to Mag because of you. I'm proud of you. Melody cries into his chest as he hugs her. Melody. Is this what it's like to have a trainer? It's much different than from what I've been told. Izuku then returns Melody to her Pokeball. Izuku. Thanks for your help. Alright Amber, let's go beyond. He sends Amber back out. Referee. Battle begin. Izuku. Use flamethrower. Amber fires off a flamethrower. Flannery. You use flamethrower too. Mag fired off their flamethrower and the two attacks cancelled out and caused a big smoke cloud. Izuku. Amber, hop inside and use Psyshock. Flannery. No you don't. Counter it with flamethrower. Amber jumped into the smoke and the two launched their attacks. But only Psyshock managed to hit. Mag was sent tumbling back. Flannery. Mag, are you okay? Mag. Why yeah, I'm fine. Izuku. Grass Knot. Grass Knot was used on Mag and dealt a lot of damage, causing Mag to faint. Referee. Magcargo is unable to battle. Breakson is the winner. Ricky. Cute. Flannery. Return. Thanks Mag. You did great. Alright Torkoal, it's up to you. Rotom Phone. Torkoal, the coal Pokemon. A fire type. Torkoal burns coal within its body to produce energy. As a defense, Torkoal is able to release smoke from its nostrils and its back to confuse enemies. Izuku. Seems like a tough opponent. Can you go on, Amber? Amber. I'll try. Referee. Battle begin. Flannery. Use Sludge Bomb. Torkoal fired Sludge Bomb. Izuku. Dodge it. Amber barely managed to avoid it. Flannery. Keep using Sludge Bomb. Torkoal fired Sludge Bomb after Sludge Bomb until Amber was cornered with no way to escape it. Izuku decided on a last-ditch attack. Izuku. Use Rain Dance. A cloud formed around the gym and then it started to rain as Amber got hit by Sludge Bomb. Referee. Amber is unable to battle. Torkoal wins. Izuku. Return. Thanks Amber. You were great. Ricky, are you ready? Ricky. Heck yeah, Sagi. Let's go beyond. Ricky then enters the battlefield. Lazuli. Of course. The rain. It lowers Torkoal's fire-type moves. Sunshine. Go cousin Ricky, go. Referee. Battle, begin. Izuku. Use Bone Rush. Ricky rushes over to Torkoal and gets ready to use Bone Rush. Flannery. Iron Defense. Torkoal hid in its shell as it turned to steel and reduced the damage from Bone Rush. Flannery. Overheat. Izuku. Overheat. Torkoal let loose a massive stream of fire at Ricky and hit him at close range and did a lot of damage to him. Izuku. Ricky, are you alright? Ricky got up. Ricky. I'm okay. Izuku sighed in relief. Izuku. Alright then. Use Dragon Pulse. Dragon Pulse was shot from Ricky's paws and hit Torkoal dead on. Lazuli. Direct hit. Sunshine. Yay, Lazuli. Hang on, why is Ricky's right eye green? And why is Izuku's left eye red? Sunshine's eyes widened. Sunshine. Wait, I think I know. Hold on to your tails. This is going to get cool. Once again, a giant veil of aura showed up, surprising everyone but Sunshine who has already seen it. Lazuli. No. Wait, that's the Bond phenomenon. Molly. You know what's happening. Lazuli. Yeah, but I've never seen it myself, until now. The veil of aura bursted and showed Ricky and Izuku in the same state as earlier. Flannery. Never seen that before. Use Overheat. Torkoal shot Overheat at Ricky but he dodged it with incredible speed. Izuku. Sinnoh Smash. Ricky. Right, Sinnoh Smash. The punch connected with Torkoal's face and sent it flying back. Flannery. That punch. Torkoal. Iron Defense. Use it repeatedly until you've maxed out your defense. Torkoal did just that. Izuku. Black Whip. Everyone. Black Whip. Ricky jumps up and shoots out black tendrils from his paws and grabs onto Torkoal and tosses him up. Flannery. Quick. Use Flamethrower. The attack hits Ricky's arm. Izuku and Ricky. Gah. They both held onto their arm. Sunshine. What happened to Mr. Deku? Cousin Ricky was hurt, not him. Lazuli. You're half right. Izuku was hit because Ricky was. While in the form they're in, they share everything. Movement, pain, sight, and apparently, powers. Flannery. Now, Torkoal. Finish this with Flamethrower. Torkoal fired off Flamethrower, but then, Ricky's and Izuku's legs changed a bit as star marks appeared on each of their legs. And then, Ricky did something incredible. The attack hit Torkoal dead on. Everyone. Huh. Ricky. That was water shuriken. But how? This makes no sense. And then, so, you're Max's son, huh? Before Ricky and Izuku could start to freak out. Do not be afraid. I am Riptide, an ancient ninja hero, and the second user of One for Aura. You have unlocked my signature move, Water Shuriken. As time goes on, you will unlock more of the signature moves and abilities of One for Aura. Good luck, 10th. After saying that, Riptide disappeared. And just in time for Torkoal to get up. Torkoal. How did you do that? Flannery. I've never seen a Lucario like this before. Ricky. Should we continue? Seigi. Izuku nods. Izuku. Use Water Shuriken. Ricky fires off Water Shuriken at Torkoal. Flannery. Torkoal. Use Overheat. Torkoal does that and tries to overpower the Water Shuriken, but they keep coming until a giant Water Shuriken is thrown at Torkoal and hit them dead on. Torkoal fell to the ground and fainted. Referee. Torkoal is unable to battle. Lucario wins, which means the victory goes to Izuku Midoriya. The two turned back to normal and fist bumped each other. Izuku. We did it. Ricky. That was awesome. Flannery walks over to them. Izuku starts to freak out. Izuku. I swear we didn't cheat. Flannery. I know, but that was awesome. Here. Flannery. This is the heat badge. Proof of your victory here. Izuku takes it and puts it away. Sunshine, Lazuli, and Molly come to him. Lazuli. That was amazing. I never thought I would see the Bond phenomenon in person. Ricky. Bond phenomenon. Izuku. That's what the name of the strange occurrence between us is. That's what your father said, at least. Ricky. My father. Izuku. I spoke with him in the Vestige realm of One for Aura. He feels very guilty. Ricky. Guilty. Guilty for what? Izuku. Not being around to be your father. Ricky. But that wasn't his fault. Izuku. I guess fathers act this way. I'm sure you'll be able to speak with him yourself soon. So when that happens, tell him that it's not his fault. Ricky. I certainly will. Flannery. So where do you plan to go to, next? Izuku. Petalburg Gym. It's time to challenge Norman. Ricky. Let's go. But then, a Raboot entered, with a little girl. Raboot. Hey, Flannery. Have you seen a teenager with green hair? They all look in the two's direction. Ricky. Pero. Blaze. Wait, the only person who calls me that is. Ricky. You evolved. Izuku. Eri. Eri. P. Papa. Silence was heard until everyone Izuku, Blaze, and Eri Papa. Ricky. Seigi. Who's the snowball and why did she call you Papa? Izuku. Well, that's kind of a long story. Eri pulled on Ricky's hand. Ricky. What's up, Eri? See, can I pet your tail please? Ricky. Gak. Ricky fainted from her cuteness. Izuku. He'll be fine. Go ahead, Eri. Eri. Yay. Eri went to pet Ricky's tail as he woke up and rubbed her head. Izuku. So, who are you? Blaze. My name's Blaze Singe. Ricky and I have known each other since we were 4. I met Eri a couple days ago. I decided to help her find her papa. I figured I should ask around, so I went to different gym leaders. One by one. And every time, we missed you. Glad we finally found you. Izuku. I hope you took great care of her. Blaze. I can't speak for myself unless I want to sound like one of those egotistical jerks. But I'd like to think I did. Eri is a joy to be around. She reminds me of my little sister, Kira. By the way, don't look at Eri if you want to live. Izuku. Why? He looks and sees Eri hugging Sunshine like a stuffed animal with Sunshine hugging back while giggling. Yeah, everyone fainted at this. While we wait for them to wake up, let's see just how Eri got here and how she met Blaze. Aizawa had just gotten back to Heights Alliance. Aizawa. It's bad enough to tell my students that Midoriya is gone, but what the hell am I going to tell Eri? He entered. Ochako. Mr. Aizawa, you're back. Where's Deku? Eri. Papa. Papa. Where are you? Aizawa. I'm afraid I don't know where he is. Katsuki. What do you mean? Aizawa. Before we left, a villain injected a strange serum into Kurogiri and caused his quirk to go haywire. One of his warp gates swallowed Midoriya and no one knows where he is. I was able to capture the villain but not even he knows. The class was devastated at this, but none more so than Eri. Eri. Crying Papa, I want my Papa, sob. But then, Eri started to glow a golden light, and then she disappeared. Everyone. Eri. Eri was falling through a white void as she heard a deep voice echoing throughout her fall. I heard you cry. I am willing to take you to the world your father is at. But you'll need to track him down with some help. Good luck, Eri Midoriya. Eri then blacked out. Hey, wake up, kid, please, wake up. Eri shot up and was met with Blaze. Blaze. Phew, you're up. I was so worried. Eri's head felt a little itchy and she realized that she was wearing a hat. She tried to take it off, but Blaze stopped her. Blaze. I put that on for your own safety. Humans with horns is not normal. Red eyes, sure. Your pale blue-gray hair. Unusual, but not too much. But your horn, that's a different story. Eri. Sorry Mr. Rabbit. It's just my quirk. Blaze. Okay, first of all, I'm a Rabo-Ot. Second, my name is Blaze Singe. Third, you have nothing to apologize for. And finally, what's a quirk? Eri's eyes widened. Eri. What do you mean, what's a quirk? You know, a superpower. Blaze. Last I checked, humans don't have powers. And they certainly don't call them quirks. Eri went on to tell him about her world. Blaze. Okay, now it makes sense. Eri. You believe me. Blaze. This isn't really the kind of thing that one would just make up. So, where's your family? Eri started to cry as she told him that she was separated from her papa. Seeing her crying made him see a Baniri in her place. Blaze. Sis. Blaze couldn't help but see his sister in her. Blaze. How about I help you? Eri. Sniff really? Blaze. Yeah, I can't just leave a little girl alone here. So I'll help you find your papa. What does he look like? Eri. Well, he has messy green hair and freckles that line up into the shape of a diamond. Blaze. Got it, we'll ask around this region. Let's start at Professor Birch's house. As the two walk to Professor Birch, Blaze decides to ask her a few questions. Blaze. So, how old is your papa? Eri. He's 16. Blaze's eyes widened. Blaze. What? B-U-T. Eri. He adopted me. Blaze. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. So, what made you see him as a father? Eri. Well, when my quirk first manifested. Blaze. What is your quirk? Eri. Rewind. I can rewind a living being to a previous state. Blaze. That is awesome. Eri. Thanks. But when my quirk first manifested, it went out of control. And I accidentally rewound my birth pop out of existence. Blaze. Yikes. So, I'm guessing there's more to this story. Eri. Why yeah, after that happened, my mommy called me a cursed child, and left me at my grandpa's place. Blaze. She did what? Eri. Why yeah, my grandpa left me in the care of this guy named Kaichisaki so that he could test me to identify my quirk. But my quirk was found out to be rewind instead of what they were told it was called, which was vanish. Blaze. Why do I feel like murdering someone now? Eri. Kai wanted to use my power to make the Shi Hasaikai resurface. Blaze. Is the Shi Hasaikai a Yakuza? Eri. Why yeah, Grandpa didn't like this plan so Kai used his quirk on him and put him into a coma. Blaze clenched his paws. Eri. After that, Kai took over the group and he sob. Blaze. If you don't want to tell me, I won't push you to. Eri. No, you need to know. He destroyed me with his quirk, collected my blood, used them to create quirk-destroying bullets, and then repaired me. Sob it hurt so much. It was torture, and he did it to me hundreds of times. Eri was crying hard, and Blaze was pissed. Blaze. That bastard. How could he do such a thing to an innocent little girl? What the fuck is wrong with that guy? If I ever find him, I'll slowly and painfully burn him to a crisp. Blaze took deep breaths to calm down. He then took her hand and gently squeezed it, making her confused. Blaze. Sorry, this is something I used to do with my little sister whenever she was scared or crying. Do you want to continue? Eri nodded. Eri. So, eventually, Papa and my uncle Mirio found me and were eventually able to save me. Papa was the first person who told me that my quirk was a blessing, and not a curse. Eventually, I started to see him as a real Papa. And when I accidentally called him that, he smiled and hugged me saying that he would be happy to adopt me. So now I have a super nice Papa who loves me more than anyone. Blaze smiled. Blaze. I'm happy that everything worked out for you. Eventually, they arrived at Professor Birch's place and asked him for Izuku, and that led to him talking about his journey and how he will take them to the other gyms to find Izuku. They asked from Rustboro to Mauville until they made it to Lavaridge, which leaves us to where we are. Back to the present, everyone had woken up and Eri explained to them her adventure with Blaze. Izuku. Thank you Blaze for looking after my daughter. By the way, where's Birch now? Ricky. I spoke to him and told him we found them. He's gone now. Molly. Oh my Arceus. Eri and Sunshine are playing patty cake. It's adorable. 1. Thankfully, they were able to get more accustomed to the immeasurable cuteness of Sunshine and Eri together. Izuku then tells Eri and Blaze about his journey so far. Eri. So, I guess this is goodbye Blaze. Blaze. I don't think so, Eri. I'm sticking around. Eri. Really? Blaze. If it's okay with your Papa, I could be of great help to you. Izuku. I'd be happy to have you along. Should I capture you then? Blaze. Go ahead. Izuku throws a Pokeball at Ricky and captures him. But something's wrong. The Pokeball stopped working. Izuku. Blaze. Blaze. Ricky. Calm down, Sagi. This is simply because you can only keep 6 Pokemon at a time. Your Rotom phone comes with a storage system to swap Pokemon. It all comes down to who you want to replace. Izuku thinks about it and decides on swapping Mayo out with Blaze. He then releases Blaze and Eri hugs him. The group then leaves. They start to head back to Petalburg after going to the Pokémart and getting more Pokeballs. Along the way, they go through a shortcut into the forest. But, random trainer. Get away from me. The guy ran away. Eri. Papa. I'm scared. Izuku. Don't worry, Eri. I'm here for you. Blaze. We all are. Right guys. Sunshine. I did that little girl call you Papa. You look to be a minor. Who is the mother? Eri held onto Izuku's leg. Izuku. She's not my biological daughter. I adopted her. The mysterious voice got closer and closer. So, you only treat her like a daughter. Izuku. Why yeah. The figure got closer and was finally revealed to be Izuku. Who's that? Rotom phone. Krogunk, the toxic mouth Pokemon. A poison and fighting type. Krogunk inflates the poison sacs in its cheeks to make croaking sounds. If an opponent flees, it attacks with poison. Krogunk. The last guy who came here was a total pervert. I hate perverts. I find it my duty to make them pay for their perverted actions. So, I poison, jab them, and they flee. Izuku. You hate them. I know of a very perverted classmate of mine named Minoru Mineta that I would like your help with. 1. Izuku explains to the Krogunk all about his world. Izuku. Would you be willing to come to my world and stick with him to get him over his perverted acts? Krogunk. That depends. What kind of perverted acts has he done? Izuku. Let's see. He commented on my classmate, Tsuyu Asui's things. He also grabbed them, complained about dying before touching the ones on my classmate. Momo Yaoyorozu's, latched onto her during the sports festival, tricked the girls in my class to wear cheerleading outfits, wanted to see my friend, Yuga Aoyama blast off my friend, Mina Ishido's clothes off, tried to look into the girls' locker room while they were still changing, wanted to destroy my teacher, Ms. Midnight's costume, tried to look at the girls' side of the hot spring,
was excited thinking that boys and girls share the same bathrooms, and many more. I said it before in my MHAX Demon Slayer fanfic that I avoid saying the word. I still stand by that. Krogunk. This guy needs to be taught a lesson. I'm in. Izuku. Thank you so much. Ricky. You're a good guy, Saint. Krogunk. Saint. Ricky. ARRRGH. 1. Eri. Is Uncle Ricky okay? Blaze. Don't worry, he has a habit of giving everyone nicknames. He always tries to break it, but it never works. Krogunk. Why did you call me Saint? Ricky. Because that's what you are. Saints are the opposite of a pervert. And you're an anti-pervert. Krogunk. Saint. I like that name. Alright, I'm ready. Catch me. Izuku throws a Pokeball at Saint and catches him. He then puts the Krogunk in the Pokemon box and they make it to Petalburg. They enter the Petalburg gym. Norman. Ah, if it isn't Izuku Midoriya. Izuku. Hi, Norman. I'm ready for my gym battle. Norman. That's great. My son will be here in a few hours, so we should get this show on the road. Eri. What do you mean? Norman. Izuku. Who is she? Izuku explains everything about Eri to him. Norman. And here I thought I had seen it all. You're a good man, Izuku. So, anyways Eri, we are having a Pokemon battle. If Izuku wins, he gets a gym badge. He gets 8 gym badges, he gets to compete in the Pokemon League. If he wins the Pokemon League, he becomes champion. Ricky. And if he becomes champion, he gets the Azure Flute. Which will be the key to getting back to your world. Eri. Ricky. Are you a Ventro? Ventrili, Venturok. Ricky. Ventriloquist. Eri. Yeah, Ricky. No, I'm speaking to you telepathically. Eri's eyes sparkled in amazement. Norman. Are you ready? Izuku. Yeah, Norman. Then let's get started with this gym battle. To be continued. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Now we will see you in the next video.